Are you struggling to lose weight? Rejuve Medical offers medically monitored weight loss. Look and feel better this year. Start your weight loss journey today at RejuveMeMedical.com. That's REJUVIME Medical.com.
The Louisiana Outdoor Expo is back.
March 14th through 16th in Gonzales.
At the expo, you'll find boats of every size.
For every purpose.
And every budget.
Plus everything for hunting and fishing.
There's a huge selection of tractors.
Outdoor power equipment.
Golf carts and ATVs.
The whole family will love the exciting Dogs dog jumping competition.
And the Texas Rattlesnake Show.
The Louisiana Outdoor Expo.
Brought to you by Riverlands Insurance Services.
Insurance companies have teams of professionals to fight your claim. If you want to know what your case is really worth, I'm Spencer Callahan. I'd like to help.
Spencer Callahan is the one to see. Call 387-2323.
LA filing number 16-7970.
WNXX Jackson, KNXX Donaldsonville, and WDGL HD2 Baton Rouge. This hour brought to you by Spencer Callahan Injury Lawyers. LA 21-12681. Offices in Baton Rouge.
Good morning. It's 7 a.m. here on Monday, March 10th. Today in Baton Rouge, you can expect sunny skies with a high of 70 in hour one of today's show. We'll recap LSU baseball's weekend series against North Alabama and talk about the latest news with Derek Carr and the New Orleans Saints. You can follow us on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN and watch us on YouTube at the 104.5 ESPN channel. Hour number one of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz Baton Rouge studios, starts now.
Let's go, baby, let's go!
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yeah!
Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yeah, they said I gotta come off the bench.
Now, here's Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Guten Tag and welcome in to a brand new OTB. That's right, it is Monday, March 10, 2025, and the entire team is back after a little vacay for the week. Jake and a cruise, myself at Disney. We are back in the driver's seat here in Baton Rouge. Very happy to be back, very happy to have Alondra and Taylor here behind the glass, who did a great job of holding it down last week in our stead. Jakey, what's up, man? How was the vacay?
A lot of it was good. Glad to be back home, though. Glad to get back into the routine. Completely forgot about springing forward, like during a vacation. Which I don't want to talk about it. I don't really want to either.
Absolutely brutal.
Yeah, it wasn't great, but like I said, you know me, I like to be in the routine. So glad to be back in the routine, and glad to see the hat made the show today. Was hoping that it would make an appearance today. Is that like Robin Hood wore a hat like that, right?
I don't know about the Robin Hood.
Like that cartoon.
Yes, the original
like
cartoon.
Hood,
It's something that looks
you're
like
doing
this.
something German.
But yes, this is a German drinking hat.
Okay.
This goes with the Lederhosen, and you wear that. Wie the Lederhosen, you know, the kind of overalls looking things that you wear.
Suspenders.
I don't have any Lederhosen. I need to get some
Yeah,
now.
you do need to
and
get some.
perhaps maybe like a yodel-hee-hoo. And a little one of those very long mountain horns, yeah. All I say is the first day I'm there, one of the first new things that I did was I go to the beer garden and I learn about the German culture. And wow, what a vibrant culture they have.
Are you going to
over
do this
there.
the entire time?
It's just a wonderful people. I had so much fun with dancing, me and the girls, and they play.
I know, I saw that. It's so
and
cute.
they
That
playing
video is
the
cute.
bells and the horns, and it was great. I had lots of beers, which was very tasty as well. So
German
just a
beers?
little German. Yeah, see, the Vollsteiner Dunkel.
See? He slipped into Spanish
the
there.
Vollsteiner Dunkel, which brought me back because they sell it in the liters too. So you know, you get the big old glasses. But it brought me back because the first time I ever had Vollsteiner Dunkel, really probably like one of the first beers that I had that wasn't one of the domestic trios, the Bud Light, Miller Lite, or Coors Light.
Yeah.
Was freshman year of college. Gonzales, Louisiana used to throw a sick Oktoberfest party.
Really?
And it was amazing, dude. I feel like it was in like a little gym or something. But I'll never forget some of the older players. I went with them kind of under their wing, and we spent a night doing chicken dances, drinking Dunkel, and just having a generally incredible time. And so I had not had Vorsteiner in quite some time, and that was a nice little blast. Your nose can be tied to memory, like your olfactory senses. Yeah, like taste as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I was immediately brought back to when I was just a spry spring chicken, a little 18-year-old. It's quite fun.
18-year-old drinking beers. How'd that happen?
I did not. See all the guys, they sneak me in.
You were grandfathered in from the law, whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That changed in the 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe I want to tell that story, but I don't think they do anymore. I think they stopped just a couple of years later. I mean, for real, it's been 18 years now since then. So
chill out.
Sheesh, coming up in October, will be officially 18 on the dot. But yeah, we can get into more of that later. Alondra, how are you doing today?
Doing well. Really glad to have y'all back. I missed y'all. I only had y'all for like 2 days because I was out. I came back and y'all left. So glad to have y'all back. Hope y'all enjoyed y'all's vacation though.
And Tay, what about you hosting? I only got to listen to some of the show, but when I did, it seemed like things were growing quite well. I was very proud of your takes. How'd it go last week?
No, well, it was a busy week, but look, we made it, man. I feel like we had a good time. We did a good job. Did a little. You'll be proud of me. The entire third hour on Friday, no sports. So you'll be proud of me there.
So I actually am proud of you because I don't think that that's something that you would have ever done before you started this show.
Absolutely not.
There you go. So look at that.
The entire week though was like the most sports that we've ever talked about.
Everybody's going to have their style.
Every day.
No, I'm not saying
every
anything,
day
like,
we did one segment, no sports. I made sure to do
proud
that.
of you,
so,
though.
Like we did a Love Is Blind recap one day. I mean, we messed around a little.
See, so but I like that because like everybody has their natural base, right? And for me, my natural base is trying to have to remember to work these sports in there more. And for you, the opposite. So we're growing through osmosis a bit into one another here. That makes me very, very happy.
I feel like, I don't know how it was for you, T. Like, I didn't see a lot because I was out in the middle of the ocean and in different countries.
Sports-wise?
Yeah.
I know
what came across your screen.
I know more about the Los Angeles Lakers' current run of play and in NFL free agency than I do about what happened here. Because I had to do the Rome show the entire time I was there.
I forgot you were working.
And I prepped that hour, so I mean I'm the one that puts it together. So basically I know a lot of national sports stuff right now, but always in the background I was seeing stuff like, oh, is Kyle Williams the D-line coach now?
Right, yeah.
Oh, LSU baseball. Okay, are they number 1 now? Okay, that's cool. So what did I miss, guys? What were the what did we miss? What were the big local hot button stories while we were out?
Yeah, Tigers number 1. LSU women's basketball
lost to Texas.
Yeah.
You're very happy about that, Alondra.
I'm not.
Yeah,
but,
slight the horns up.
I did not do that. Men's basketball wrapped up the season as well with an L.
If a tree falls in the woods and all that.
Yeah. Jordan almost got off the bench canceled. I almost died.
Oh, wait, I still haven't listened to that audio. How'd you almost die on the air?
I started choking on water, or I guess drowning.
Yeah.
And then Cassie just laughed. Nobody even
I
tried to help
remember
me.
some junior high class or something or another. But they said something about that, something in your throat if the wrong hole opens up and water gets there, you can drown or something. In my entire life, I've had an irrational fear of just drinking water and drowning.
Yeah,
somehow.
it almost happened to me.
So it's real.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow. Well, I'm glad that you didn't drown. That would have been a pretty embarrassing way to die.
Jordan and Taylor almost came to blows.
Let me guess about a mock draft. about
yes,
fantasy.
Actually,
My
yes.
God, there we go.
Actually, you are absolutely correct.
We'll talk about it during break.
It was 100% about a mock draft.
Oh yes, I love it.
Tay, what else did I miss?
I mean, the big thing was yesterday with the Saints and Derek Carr contract restructure.
I saw that.
Josh Thompson, the big-time O-lineman that LSU brought in from Northwestern, not with LSU during spring. That came out on Saturday. It's apparently something like he has to finish his classes. He wanted to graduate. Okay. So, like, he's not going to be here during spring. So
you wanted a Northwestern degree?
Yeah, imagine
over
that.
Big State
What?
U?
What's he doing, dude? You know what? I'm going to say it. Red flag. I don't want anybody that came here to play school, you know?
I get it.
Okay? In the big business that is college football nowadays, I want people who are going after general studies degrees.
Right. Gymnastics set their meet record for highest score on Friday.
Let's go.
And then Kyle Williams is D-line coach.
So the Kyle Williams thing did end up coming true. Because I saw that Lon had some rumors about maybe Al, whatever his name is from Mizzou.
Davis.
But,
Kyle Williams.
So is Williams official though?
Yeah.
Or just rumor?
I mean,
it's official.
All the reports came out like Thursday night.
Yeah. Basically official.
Yeah, they just haven't said anything about it.
Oh, Jake, how do you feel about that, dude?
I mean, you know how I feel about Kyle.
Yeah,
and
it's like
he was a teammate of mine for a couple of years. Got the most respect for him. I played against Kyle in high school, so I've known him for a very long time. One of the better defensive tackles during the time that he played in the NFL. Always made the Pro Bowl, all-pro type guy. Loves LSU, from Louisiana. He's coaching defensive tackles, not the entire defensive line. I love that even more. It's a position that he knows incredibly well. He can kind of narrow his focus on the defensive tackles, and we know this man's going to be a motivator. I mean, we've all seen his speeches, not only at LSU when he was with the Buffalo Bills. So I love it. And I know a lot of people are like, well, he's only coached high school football. I get that. I understand that. But he did that really well, and you don't play for as long as he did in the NFL without knowing exactly what you're doing. And then you've got Kevin Peoples, who's been a longtime coach alongside you to help you continue to grow as a coach. So I love everything about it.
Yes, he's only coached high school, but again, the actual football portion of it is probably the least amount of learning curve that Williams is going to have. You don't play at the level that he did for as long as you did without knowing. I mean, I remember back in the summer before 11, he used to work out with the team quite a bit. And I remember him keeping it very real with us after workouts one days and calling us up and being like, look, man, there's too many Chiefs right now. There's too many voices, too many people trying to get their opinion, blah, blah, blah. Basically saying that we needed to, that somebody needed to step up and other people needed to fall back. And I remember internalizing that, and we executed on it and got better. So, no, I think it's, again, like recruiting, sure, he'll have to learn to want to do that and learn to kind of, the other NIL stuff and whatnot. But, like, when it comes to telling somebody and coaching how to play defensive tackle, hell yeah, I want Kyle Williams, dude.
Well, and also, like we talked about, you want to keep the guys you have in the building. You don't want them to leave because Bo Davis is gone. Ahmad Bro played under him at Ruston High School.
Oh, no way.
That's big, yeah.
Hell yeah, so you brought in Ahmad Bro's former coach. Let's go. That's, okay. Oh, and he's been coaching since 2020. Yeah, this is a great hire. This is a great hire. And you bring in, again, one of the legends. One of the most physically unassuming badasses of all time. Like, obviously he's big, right? I mean, of course, you're not going to do what he's doing. But he's not, like, overwhelmingly big to the naked eye. Also, you kind of have, like, a little bit of, like, if you just glanced at him, maybe like, oh, kind of chubby white guy, a little tall. But then what you don't know is he's actually, like, one of the most fearsome defenders in the NFL for a decade. Like, you would never, ever, ever guess.
No, I mean, 48 and a half career sacks, over 600 tackles. And remember, this is from the interior. Second team All-Pro a couple of different times. 6 times he made the Pro Bowl. So, like, you're exactly right about his playing style also. And, I mean, he was a high motor guy. He was a consistent team captain there for the Bills. He brings a lot. And also, like you're mentioning, like with some of the players, obviously the ones that he coached in high school, but they know who Kyle Williams is. Like, if you play defensive line and you're from Louisiana, you know who Kyle Williams is. And so that gives you, kind of a belief that they hired the right guy and you're going to be excited about who they brought in and not somebody that you have to really get to know. Like, they already know exactly who that is. And so I think it's a great move. I think Kyle is the perfect person to replace a Bo Davis, and I'm excited to kind of see how it turns out.
The only thing that I don't like about Kyle Williams is if you're a Saints fan, wouldn't he at least be responsible in part for Jarris Byrd getting signed? Right? Wasn't he a part of those defensive lines that were so good that quarterbacks are just chucking up moon balls for Jarris Byrd to interception to pick off and pad his stats? Like, he was one of the reasons why. Who was the edge? Was it Mario Williams at the time? Who was tearing up for the edge? Of the Bills at the time.
Yeah, I think so. You'd have Mario Williams there.
And I think there was somebody else there, but he was one of the main reasons why they were stacking so many sacks. Because quarterbacks couldn't step up in the interior.
I cannot believe they gave Jarris Byrd that much money.
I know, dude.
Remember when that came across the wire? I was like, what?
They were chasing the Earl Thomas ghost. Imagine the Saints front office making questionable commitments.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert, more on that coming up in the show, guys. But it's great to be back. It's great to be back. Very excited to be back. Nookie's accused my accent of bouncing from Swiss to German to Austrian, and I would say true. It's an Alpine accent. But I also told my wife this the other day, and she disagreed with me. I believe that
we will win.
No, it's a lame cheer.
What? That is not a lame cheer.
I like cheering because I like singing songs when watching footy, and it's fun. That cheer is the most beta energy cheer I've ever heard in my entire life. Yes.
Yeah, no, I'm with you on this.
I mean, what are we talking about? I do it in the bar. Guys, I do it in the bar. I do it. I sit there, I yell like crazy, I dive all in.
Everybody does it, and there's no uniqueness to it anymore.
I believe that we will win. Guys, we're America.
It used to be so hyped.
Yeah.
It gets everyone. It
does get me hyped. I have a good time
so
singing
that makes it a good cheer.
Yeah, it's a good cheer.
I think it's a little it's a little soft.
Would it feel better if it's I know we're going to win?
Yeah, or anything like that, or I don't know, I don't. I mean, I saw Zlatan talking about the song that the Man U fans used to sing about him the other day, and I can't repeat it on air, but it was way better. And that's just for an individual player. I believe that we win. Also, when you kind of suck, it's very
whoa, suck.
It's very
top 15 in the world, sir. There's a lot of countries that play footy.
Make a quarterfinal, okay? Let's make a World Cup quarterfinal. Yeah, once.
You said make one. They make one.
Yeah, make another. How about when Timmy Howard comes up with 13 saves in a round of 16 games? Somebody finds the net. Wondolowski, you bum.
Oh my God!
The point is, that's bad. It has a very like West Coast Hollywood scriptwriter trying to write like the small understaffed team beating the big bag. I believe that we will win. Get out of here, dude. Get out of here. We're America, okay?
I bet you next year you're singing that song.
I will be. I'm not saying I'm not going to. I absolutely will be 1,000%. I just think it's kind of lame. I'm just as an honest moment, but I will be singing it full-throated as hard as I can when America plays at whatever bar we are watching from during the next World Cup.
We could be there.
That's true. North
Games
America.
in Houston.
Oh, man.
Oh.
That'd be crazy. It's in Houston?
Yeah. I mean, it's one of the sites, yeah.
Yeah, it looks like maybe we got to get to Houston then. What was I talking about before we got on this?
Something about your wife believing.
Oh, yeah. I believe
yeah.
that Austria and Germany are basically the same country.
They are.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Thank you. Exactly.
Yeah.
Like there's no functional difference between Austria and Germany.
I mean, that's a fact that happened like back in the day. So to me, they're still the same.
Okay, cool. I'm glad we're on the same page. And because she acted like I was, she acted like I was crazy. Like it was not the case.
Weren't they all Prussia at one point?
Probably. That sounds right.
Yeah.
That sounds right.
So, I don't know. I think they're the same thing. If you can call Hitler German, then yeah,
because
he's
isn't he Austrian? There
Yeah.
you go. There you go, guys. Okay, so my accent is Alpine, is how I would describe it.
It's fine.
All right, when we get back, T-Web got a geography question. It's going to be a great day. It's going to be a great day, guys. All right, when we get back, let's go ahead and talk about this weekend series. LSU baseball, where do they stand heading in to SEC play? Let's go. And then we got to talk about the Derek Carr restructure a bit later as well. If you want to get involved, youtube.com/1045 ESPN. And we'll see a game that you call footy is made. No, chill out. And we'll see you on the other side.
Rex Ryan would disagree with you.
Off the bench.
Get Gordon and get it done. 225-888-8888. Gordon McKernan Injury Attorneys there for you when you need them. And unfortunately, when you need them is generally when you've been in an accident, you need somebody who's going to fight for you. Because if you're trying to stand up to those big insurance companies, it can feel very overwhelming. Okay? You need somebody who's going to stand up to that dragon for you. A knight in shining armor. And that is Gordon McKernan. 225-888-8888. Go to getgordon.com. You can fill out a console right there on the website. See all the different cases they handle. Also follow them on social media at GetGordon.
Go to the website today and see what they can do for you. We always tell you they can answer any question that you might have right on the homepage of the website, cases they can handle in the courtroom, past client results, all that information, but also on social media at GetGordon. See what they're doing in the communities throughout Louisiana, and then give them a call. Your area code followed by 888-8888. Get Gordon and get it done.
Clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Jerry and Benny Payne began Central Plumbing Company out of their driveway in Tanglewood Subdivision. 50 years later and 4 generations down the road, we continue to serve Baton Rouge and the surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Residential, commercial, industrial, or hospitality, Central Plumbing is here 24/7, 365.
We want to thank our customers, family, and friends for 50 years of success.
And looking forward to 50 more.
At Ochsner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Ochsner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Ochsner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet Cadillac, our family serving your family.
For over 50 years.
Crime has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, know that you have rights, and it's okay to demand them. The law offices of O.C. Brown are here to protect you and your rights. Felony or misdemeanor, DUI or drug charge. No matter what crime you're accused of, you still have rights. Let the law offices of O.C. Brown uphold them. Call 225-343-1111. Your law firm for a lifetime.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app.
Welcome back to the best morning sports show around. Sorta. It's Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Great song. Dark song, right? Yeah. I won't say why, but.
Aren't they? Oh.
Yeah. No, yeah. Well, I don't know why. Maybe it's. I don't want to put that out there, but yeah, great song. It's just about something different than what it sounds like. Welcome back to OTB. T-Bob, Jake, Alondra, and Taylor all hanging out with you today. We are back after a week away on vacation, and well, we're already getting into some history here. Our resident chat historian, my guy Daniel Blunt, says Prussia, under the leadership of Otto von Bismarck, led the unification of most of the German states into the German Empire in 1871, excluding Austria and its multi-ethnic territories. Austria, in turn, formed the Austro-Hungarian Empire in 1867, composing of the Austrian Empire and the Kingdom of Hungary. So, okay, maybe a little more difference than I thought.
But earlier, he said that they were both part of the Holy Roman Empire. So they were still the same thing at one point.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Yeah, but not as much connective tissue as I would have thought there.
No.
Yeah,
Prussia was like the bridging the gap, but
I got to say, Otto von Bismarck,
Iron Chancellor.
That's a big blind spot for me.
Really?
Yeah. And I've heard Dan Carlin wax poetic about him. Supposed to be maybe the greatest statesman of his era, creating this Byzantine web of alliances and whatnot. Even though I think, as Carlin kind of paints it, that once he exits the stage, that the fact that nobody else really understood all the balls that he was juggling, that's kind of in part what led to World War I.
It is.
Was them not understanding all the
because the Balkans got all messy.
Yeah,
it was a lot going on. Yeah.
What's the old Churchill quote? Something about like some damn fool event in the Balkans.
Yeah, it's always the Balkans.
A world war.
Yeah.
So there you
not
go.
Not this time, but.
I don't actually know where the Balkans are, to be fair.
Oh my god.
Just another quote. Anyway, Jake, give me your 3 biggest cruise life takeaways, or just number 1 with a bullet. I saw you reminiscing about the inevitable march of time and getting older as you enjoyed a cup of coffee topside.
Yeah. I was up with the snowbirds.
Yep.
I am one with the snowbirds now. It happened fast, but it has happened.
Yeah.
It's okay. Yeah. I had 7 days to come to terms with it. So that was one. The second one, 5-day cruise probably better than the 7-day. I think 7 days.
I'm not gonna lie, I felt some of that as well.
Yeah, 7 days is a long time.
It's a long time.
Food's incredible. Had great meals. I will say
unlimited food.
I mean, basically, yeah, it's like unlimited food, basically at all times as well.
Hell yeah.
But I really enjoyed the family dinners, no distractions, everybody just chatting it up. Had some music playing, and so boys were having a good time with that. Harlow thrived. I mean, she was like the captain of the ship. I mean, everywhere she walked. So, like on Carnival, like rubber ducks are kind of a deal. Like people collect them, pass them out.
What are they, Jeep owners?
And that's what it felt like. And they Harlow must have had like 30 of them. People just handing her these rubber ducks, and so she, her and I both took full advantage of the yogurt machine that's there at all times as well. So we had a lot of fun. The Atlantis is probably the move though. So we stopped in Atlantis.
I've always wanted to go,
and I think that's the move. Like we just go straight to Atlantis.
Did you ride the slide that goes to the Shark Tank?
Yeah.
Okay, as a kid, I thought that sounded like the scariest, craziest thing that's ever been built.
Now, there's other slides. There's one called the Abyss T, and it's straight down, and it's like completely blacked out. And when I say you go straight down, I mean you gain some real steam. And I didn't know that's what it was when I first went down there. So, but it was fun. And the lines were not long because not a lot of people are out of school. Like Louisiana is like the only one really that's out of school at that time. So, I mean, it was like rapid fire rides. So that part of it was great. And the Shark Tank, it's great. I mean, you're on a tube and all of a sudden you look over, there's a shark.
That's a fun
right
feeling.
Next to you, which is kind of cool.
Now, does the shark slide start open air and then go into a tube when you go into the tank?
I believe.
Or are you in a tube the entire time?
I believe you're in a tube.
Or sorry, not a tube. Like, do you have a ceiling on you the entire time?
And then all of a sudden you go out and you're into a shark tank. So Atlantis is awesome. That's probably, again, next Mardi Gras break. That's probably like we'll just go straight there.
Yeah, makes sense.
We stop in Key West, and Key West is whatever. It's nice, cool little.
I stayed in Old Key West.
Okay, there you go. It's a nice little town. It's got like a little old feel to it. It's cool. Whatever. Okay, let's get back on the boat. We were supposed to go to Freeport in the Bahamas, and we had this excursion where it's going to be a beach day. We've been there before, a beach day all day. They've got like water trampolines, obstacle courses, the whole deal. And we're docking, and the captain comes over loudspeaker. Hey, because of conditions, we're just not going to be able to dock. We're just going to keep going. I'm like, dude, it's sunny outside. Like, the waves aren't even that bad. What are we talking about here? Like, we're like dressed, ready to get off the boat. And so it became where we were on the boat for like 3 straight days, and that was pretty tough.
Oh my God, I got a little cabin fever.
That was well, I didn't care. Like, the boys were like, okay, we're going to do something here. And I'm like, dude, I can get a coon ass from Lutcher. I promise you he can park this boat. I promise you he can get this boat on this dock right now. Like, let him take over.
Can you fathom being one of the people that would have gotten stuck on a cruise ship during COVID?
No.
I mean,
that was like
God
3-4 weeks, right?
I think people spent like over a month holed up on there. That'd be awful.
No, and they had to stay in their rooms for them, if I'm not mistaken.
Like pretty sure they had to stay in those tiny little rooms, which would have been an absolute disaster for me. An anxiety attack central. Taylor, I saw you perk up when Jake started talking about docking. Have you ever gone on a cruise?
I actually have not. I've always wanted to. Victoria's been a little iffy about it, but we have actually talked about it past couple months. No, I've always wanted to.
You feel like somebody that would have a really good time.
Probably. I eat a lot, so that makes sense.
I think it's the next play for the Hebert family's a Disney cruise. So catch me on one of those sometime next year, probably. So overall, though, okay, what was the last thing on the cruise? What was the fattest thing you ate? You said you were going to step away a bit from your notoriously strict diet. Give me a rundown of the fattest things that you ate.
So they have basically 24/7 pizza, like good pizza.
Hell yeah.
So that was taken full of it.
You did say you were super excited for pizza.
They had a
pepperoni cheese. What are you talking
about? They had a quattro cheese, so 4 cheese pizza.
Oh hell yeah! Dude.
It was incredible.
Quatre cheese.
They had Guy's Burger on there, and when I say to you, Bob, it was one of the best burgers I've ever had.
This is a restaurant on the boat? Like Guy's Burger or like a burger? Okay.
Like it was his spot. Okay. But it was like, and it stayed like packed. The line it never went down because it was that good.
Damn.
And the burgers were incredible. Oof. And I'm kind of like not a burger snob, but like I want a good burger.
Yeah, you're not saying that lightly.
No. And we had one every day around like 3 o'clock.
God, it sounds so good.
It was so good.
That sounds
so really like that. Fantastic. Yeah, that was the champion of the cruise was Guy's Burger.
Shout out Guy's Burger, dude. Yeah. So did you have anything fried? Surely you had French fries.
Yeah, I had French fries at Guy's Burger. Yep.
What about fried chicken?
No.
Anything breaded? So nothing breaded and fried.
No.
Okay, but I'm still proud of you.
Yeah. A lot of seafood. A lot of seafood.
Hell yeah, dude.
A lot of heavy pastas. Those things are light.
There we go. Yes, absolutely. Hell yes, dude.
Yeah. My oldest, as you know, he's a large human being. Like he's like, I felt like he was about to hit the ceiling. It felt like when he was walking. He took full advantage of like you can get 2 meals. Like if you eat your meal, you can be like, hey, another hit me, and they'll bring you another. I mean, they'll bring you another
round.
And let me tell you something. He took advantage, and so did Hudson. Hudson's not a big fella, but he took advantage of it as well.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad to hear. I'm glad that it sounds like the cruise was an excellent time. If maybe by the end a bit long.
You just got to Freeport. I think it would have been incredible.
Just to break it up a little bit.
My guy.
I feel
parked the boat.
Even I around day 6 was like, maybe like 4 days is kind of
I think 4 or 5 is a sweet spot. Like 4 days at the park, probably like one travel day, then 4 days at the park, and then come back home, right?
We'll see. I got plenty of thoughts on that as well.
But the reason we went on a cruise and not like straight to Atlantis, because now we got to do passports for everybody.
Oh, you don't have a passport.
So for a cruise, you don't have to have passports, and you can go to the Bahamas,
True.
you can go to Jamaica,
True.
you can go to Mexico. Now we just got to,
getting the passport's it's very DMV vibes to get your passport.
It is.
A lot of visits to governmental offices in which you'll wait in a long line only to find out you did not bring that one piece of paperwork that you needed. Thus, you must turn around and try again on the morrow.
Yeah, and then tomorrow you have 17 things, and then the next day you have 15 things.
Yeah.
So
I lost my passport when I left my fanny pack at Rouse's all those weeks ago, unfortunately.
Wait, what?
Yeah, that's why I stopped wearing a fanny pack. I don't know if I talked about it publicly. I think I just left it at Rouse's one afternoon.
What all was in there? Passport's a big one.
Passport, a couple challenge coins that I'd carried around with me for years at this point.
That hurts.
Maybe a Rouse's gift card.
Well,
it's a bit disappointing for sure. All right, when we get back, we can talk about some SEC baseball for real this time. Keep it locked. Off the bench.
Off the bench.
Go to PelicanRoof.com, guys. Pelican Roofing is there for you if you live in Baton Rouge or Lafayette and you need a roof. It's commercial. This is residential. It does not matter. We got your back. And when you go to PelicanRoof.com, if you just want to get an immediate idea of what a project could cost, they have an instant quote tool that's very cool. Okay, you put in your address. It then uses the satellite imagery to look at your roof. You put in what type of roof you want to upgrade to, and you get a price. Right there. There's also right there on the front page, schedule your free inspection. It's so easy. And Pelican Roof is constantly on standby, ready to help you. They have dedicated employees in every single step of the process. So it separates them, okay? A quality, a focus, and attention on you and your project. Go to PelicanRoof.com.
Yeah, when you go to the website, T-Bob said, great tool. You can see what your roof is going to cost, an estimate right there on the homepage. But also know they are in Baton Rouge and Lafayette. They're in both communities. Find that contact information. Top right corner of the website, PelicanRoof.com.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Jerry and Benny Payne began Central Plumbing Company out of their driveway in Tanglewood subdivision. 50 years later and 4 generations down the road, we continue to serve Baton Rouge and the surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Residential, commercial, industrial, or hospitality, Central Plumbing is here 24/7, 365.
We want to thank our customers, family, and friends for 50 years of success.
And looking forward to 50 more.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet Cadillac, our family serving your family.
For over 50 years.
Crime has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, Know that you have rights, and it's okay to demand them. The law offices of O.C. Brown are here to protect you and your rights. Felony or misdemeanor, DUI or drug charge. No matter what crime you're accused of, you still have rights. Let the law offices of O.C. Brown uphold them. Call 225-343-11.
Welcome back to more sports talk with some other stuff mixed in. Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Okay, we haven't gotten into actual sports yet today. Shout out to all my friends that I saw at Disney over the past week. Louisiana was very well represented. Love seeing everybody's Mardi Gras fits on Fat Tuesday. It was just really fantastic time seeing all of our all of each other, all of our brethren there, and they're in the happiest place on earth.
Yeah, it was good to have. So we left out of New Orleans for the cruise, and so obviously Mardi Gras, we're off of school. A lot of LSU, Louisiana people on the boat, and at a Mardi Gras party, and everybody, everybody had a good time on the ship. It was funny. Whenever we got to like the boat, like initially, the bars open up. It's really the only thing that's open when you first get on the boat. The rooms aren't quite ready yet because the past cruise is leaving. They're getting everything ready, but the bar's open, and I'm sitting there thinking like, I know they've done this before, but I hope they packed enough alcohol on this ship because the bar lines were like 7 deep, like off the bat.
I mean, that's the whole, for me, that's like one of the main appeals of a cruise is just knowing that basically I'll just be drinking 24/7.
You could.
For an entire week.
Yeah.
And everything will be taken care of for you. All right. So, SEC play, guys, open up this weekend. LSU, fresh off of a sweep over North Alabama, 13-2 on Friday, 6-2 Saturday, 11-5 Sunday. I saw some stuff on Twitter, me being accused of being a mush, talking about how LSU's pitching. Now this feels like forever ago, but was dominating. Who's going to be the first to fall? And that maybe there's been some wobbles. It seems like it's been pretty damn good to me, though. So here, I think here's how I want to frame this: as we enter SEC play, I want to ask about the kind of the stalwarts here. Who do y'all believe is your number one starter with a bullet that you trust the most entering SEC play?
Cade Anderson.
It is Cade, yes. Now, statistically, obviously, look, he's 3-0 in the year, 2.8 ERA. Who was writing the Advocate today? I apologize. I'll look it up. I think it might have been Coke. I'll look it up. But writing the Advocate today, Cade Anderson right now averaging 15 Ks per 9, a 43.5 K percentage for Anderson. So he has lived up to all of the offseason hype. Who then, coming out of the pen, who's the number one guy you have the most trust in?
Zach Cowan.
Okay. Why is that?
He wins. Jay said this. Every time that they put him in the game, they win the game. On Tuesday night, y'all missed this. North Dakota State got up on LSU very early in the game, 7-0.
Yeah.
And that's probably what they were talking about, calling you a mush or whatever. I don't remember when.
True. That timing makes sense on that, actually.
Yeah, so Connor Ware comes out, doesn't have the best game, but we talked about it. You get positives coming out of it because Chandler Dorsey came in and really got us back on track with the pitching. And then Zach Cowan came in, finished he was the other middle relief, and he did great in that game, too. Shutout innings for him on
2/3 is what he did on Tuesday, and then 2 shutouts and a save on Saturday, correct?
Yes. And then, he's taking over that Griffin Herring role that we didn't know who was going to take that role. And to me, it's Zach Cowan, yeah.
Do we feel like there's and by the way, again, it was Kogi Riley that gave the 5 takeaways from the North Alabama series. One of them was Zach Cowan continuing to dominate, 1.23 ERA on the year, 34.5 strikeout rate. What about closer?
It's Case and Evans. Me and Alondra talked about this
1,000%.
Yeah, I mean, he's
multiple times last week. Like, think about in close games, Jay Johnson has went to Case and Evans like 7th inning, 8th inning, 9th inning in close games. Case and Evans just came through for you every single time. I mean, that's your guy.
Yeah, let me see. Right here. Still a 0 ERA for Casey Evans. 9 innings pitched, 5 appearances.
It's insane.
16 K is still only 2 walks in those 9 innings. Opponent batting average of just 100.
Those are the show numbers. MLB The Show numbers.
Yeah, only
up by
3
Case and
hits
Evans.
in the 9 innings. Where's saves? How come I can't see saves?
I think he has 2. Oh, 3. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, there it is. I'm
yeah,
right there.
He has
Okay,
3. But then you have Anthony Ianson, who had 15 strikeouts on Saturday. And Taylor and I talked about this, like, what do we want to see this weekend? And we were like, okay, we want to see Anthony Ianson get off to a good start. I mean, he does that usually where he'll give up a couple of little base hits and give up some free bases. And we wanted to see him have a full clean game. Started off a little rocky, but from the 5th, 6th batter that he faced after that was lights out. 15 strikeouts and just yes, it'd be great to see him get off to a clean start, but he does great in that role where he like has runners on base. He can work his way out of a jam, and to come back and strike out the next 10 batters is crazy.
He actually has the most innings pitched in the 4 starts of all the
To Alondra's point, most pitchers will start strong and like 4th, 5th inning they get a little fatigued and they fall off. You go look, his first 3 innings are always worse than his 4th, 5th, and 6th.
And then he
he actually gets better as the game goes along. Like, to her point, like if he could get better out of the gate, he'll be dominant.
Yeah, I mean, LSU's team ERA much better at this point in the season than it was last year, barely over 3. I think it's good for like 4th in the SEC. Now, entering conference play, Tennessee still seems very, very good. You know, number 1 ERA, number 1 batting average, even though I don't know the quality of their out of conference compared to that of LSU, but
Alabama is sneaky really good. They have
it's
a
amazing
shortstop.
when the coach isn't betting against you.
Yeah.
Shut up, Burton F.
Yeah.
I think tomorrow, I didn't have time to do it today, but tomorrow I do want to do a deep dive setting the table on the SEC.
Yeah.
How everyone's looked up to this point and the madness that we're about to enter starting this weekend.
One of the things, though, in going back to Case and Evans, that he's been able to provide for you, obviously he's been dominant on the mound, but also because he's been dominant, it allows you to get Gavin Guidry fully healthy.
Yeah.
And you don't have to rush him back because you have a guy that's taken over that role and thrived in that role. And so you can slow play Gavin Guidry, make sure that he's 100%. You don't throw him out there at 90% because you're like, we got to find somebody to close games. So that is a good part of it. And then you get a very lively arm when you get into SEC play with Gavin Guidry. So there's more help coming to a bullpen that's been pretty good.
Yeah, and they did say, Jay Johnson talking about how, I think, it's a back injury. He was throwing last week. They think he could make an appearance this week against Mizzou. There was a weird, reading the quote was a little weird because he said, like, I guess this weekend. So it was, that I guess was a little interesting, but definitely be on the lookout for that. All right, when we get back, let's close out hour number 1 of OTB.
Off the bench.
You gotta believe in a dream. Believe. You gotta believe in a dream. Believe. You gotta believe. My whole team on wild.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Jerry and Benny Payne began Central Plumbing Company out of their driveway in Tanglewood subdivision. 50 years later and 4 generations down the road, we continue to serve Baton Rouge and the surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Residential, commercial, industrial, or hospitality, Central Plumbing is here 24/7, 365.
We want to thank our customers, family, and friends for 50 years of success.
And looking forward to 50 more.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet Cadillac, our family serving your family.
For over 50 years.
Crime has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, know that you have rights, and it's okay to demand them. The law offices of O.C. Brown are here to protect you and your rights. Felony or misdemeanor, DUI or drug charge. No matter what crime you're accused of, you still have rights. Let the law offices of O.C. Brown uphold them. Call 225-343-1111. Your law firm for a lifetime.
Looking for the ultimate game day experience? Come to the Queen Casino in Baton Rouge. Wall-to-wall TVs mean you'll see every touchdown in HD. Place your bets and feel the thrill of every play with our DraftKings Sportsbook. The Queen Casino, where every moment is a win.
We know there are a lot of roofing companies, but there's only one Pelican Roofing.
And Baton Rouge and Lafayette and all the surrounding areas, they even offer 0% financing for those who qualify. Call for your free estimate at 225-228-2865 or visit pelicanroof.com.
Are you struggling to lose weight? Are your hormones out of balance? Rejuve Me Medical offers personalized treatments, including semaglutide and hormone replacement therapy. Transform your body and your life at RejuveMeMedical.com. That's REJUVIME Medical.com.
Jake and James, the Trash Rangers. Do you need one more reason to switch your residential trash pickup? How about $13.95 a month for the first few months? Go to TrashRangers.com and make the switch today.
Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. 5 brands on one lot. Shop BayouAutomotive.com.
Back to sports talk. Maybe. Off the bench.
Oh, welcome back to OTB. Wrapping up hour number 1. Feels good to be back. God, I love y'all. I'm not talking about you, Chad. I'm talking about everybody in this room, but also you guys. I'm just kidding. It is great to see Joey, Brian, Nookie, the Daniels, Brennan, Kevin, Jeff Bone, everybody in there, guys.
And
Scott,
Jeff.
Roy. I know if I'm missing some of the homies. I apologize. Yeah, it's very, very happy to be back for sure. Had a great time over the last week, logging many miles and much fun.
How was the Rome show on the road?
It went surprisingly well. It went surprisingly well.
I caught one day. I'm trying to think your background.
I gotta figure out how to tell people where it is. It's like on everything, but on like the free TV.
I wrote you on Instagram because I saw.
I didn't see it.
Jim. Oh, I can see if you saw it. I'll check that.
Check it. I don't think
I saw
it.
Rome say that you are going back on Sirius XM.
So I don't know if the extra I don't know if the after hour is. I'm not sure about that because I think that was made specifically with TV in mind because it's some like new Rome channel on like Fast,
I know it's on
whatever.
DirecTV. The
yeah,
Rome
it's on
channel.
DirecTV.
It's on Prime.
It's on Prime. It's on all that.
If you Google Fast Channel, it'll tell you where to watch it. Do we have to spoon feed everybody everything?
But anyway, so no, it went well. Shout out Bo Wegman. He gave me a little internet box from around here, a little portable Wi-Fi box that worked very, very well, so I didn't have to rely on Disney Wi-Fi.
Very nice of Bo to give his box to you.
Yeah, I agree. and it was a little easier to understand than some of the boxes that I've worked with in the past in this business. Only a couple of buttons, not much to kind of figure out there. And so
background looked great today. I watched. It was like
it was like it's
a tropical. There's greenery.
That's the old Key West resort.
Okay.
That's what I was talking about. It's made in the style of like, you were really, really rich in like the maybe like 50s or something, and you go down to Key West to some luxury resort. But yeah, the golf course background. It went well. Again, it's been very interesting working with him in that he's never had a co-host before, I guess, besides the other guy that he had for like the last year or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's been very fun, very interesting having to talk about a lot of things that I normally don't talk about. But finally, Friday night, I've watched him because remember I told you here early on it's month to month, so we're trying to get it more long term, hopefully. And I think we're doing well in that regard. I'm trying to charm the pants off this old man. but finally, I've seen him slowly go from like it was guest host the first day, then now it's become consistent co-host, and then Friday night he was. I finally got a text from Jim. So we are
nice. Okay.
Yeah.
There
So
you go.
That's good.
We really loved the first week. Blah blah blah. His wife loves me. So
okay. Yes.
Hopefully,
if the wife loves you.
Yeah.
If the
Dr.
wife
Jano,
loves you.
and meeting all the clones in the jungle. They got an interesting vernacular over there in the jungle.
Where's home base for Jim?
L.A.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm basically like a little West Coast boy.
You are.
They got a little offended when I started talking about Botox and lip injections in the Dodgers and whatnot.
Jim Rome, he's like one of my hear me outs.
I've never heard that term before. Alondra, check it out. All right, hour 2 coming up next.
Off the bench.
Crime has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, know that you have rights, and it's okay to demand them. The law offices of O.C. Brown are here to protect you and your rights. Felony or misdemeanor, DUI or drug charge. No matter what crime you're accused of, you still have rights. Let the law offices of O.C. Brown uphold them. Call 225-343-1111. Your law firm for a lifetime. At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
The Windsor Senior Living Community in Mandeville, Louisiana is a beautiful, vibrant apartment community geared towards seniors. They are nestled right in the heart of Mandeville, where seniors live a more carefree lifestyle in spacious apartments with the peace of mind that comes from having a little extra help. Call the Windsor at 985-624-8040 to schedule a lunch and tour. Come see how the Windsor can be your passport to peace of mind.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Jerry and Benny Payne began Central Plumbing Company out of their driveway in Tanglewood subdivision. 50 years later and 4 generations down the road, we continue to serve Baton Rouge and the surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Residential, commercial, industrial, or hospitality, Central Plumbing is here 24/7, 365.
We want to thank our customers, family, and friends for 50 years of success.
And looking forward to 50 more.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet Cadillac. Our family serving your family.
For over 50 years.
At Atmos Energy, our Smart Choice solutions help customers save energy and emissions with rebates up to $500 off high-efficiency natural gas appliances, smart thermostats, and weatherization upgrades. Together, we're fueling our energy future.
(522-4700) in partnership with LeBaire Lake Charles. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details.
Spring means fresh starts, and Cajun Soft Wash is here to help. Their gentle, effective soft washing cleans every surface safely, protecting your home or business while enhancing curb appeal. Trust Cajun Soft Wash, serving Baton Rouge for over a decade. Get a free quote today at CajunSoftWash.com.
Why do billion-dollar insurance companies regularly delay and deny valid claims? Because that's how they got to be billion-dollar insurance companies. If you've been injured, I'd like to help.
Spencer Callahan is the one to see. Call 387-2323.
LA filing number 16-7969.
WNXX Jackson, KNXX Donaldsonville, and WDGL HD2 Baton Rouge. This hour brought to you by Spencer Callahan Injury Lawyers. LA 21 12681. Offices in Baton Rouge.
Good morning. It's 8 a.m. here on Monday, March 10th. Today in Baton Rouge, you can expect sunny skies with a high of 70 in hour 2 of today's show. We'll talk the latest with the New Orleans Saints as a trade has just been announced for a former LSU Tiger, and we'll discuss LSU at spring practice. You can follow us on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN and watch us on YouTube at the 104.5 ESPN channel. Hour number 2 of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studios, starts now.
Let's go, baby, let's go! All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yeah!
Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Hey, they said I gotta come off the bench.
Now, here's Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yo! What's happening, y'all? Welcome back to OTB, hour number 2. Hope everybody's having a great time. T-Bob, Jacob Londra, and Taylor Shaw hanging out with you this morning. Everybody's back. I want to talk about Derek Carr's contract here in a second. I got to say this, though, after a week spent at Disney. You know what amazes me? And it's I don't know how exactly people do this. Now, I should give a shout out to Evolve Fitness. I work out every morning there at like 5 a.m. Absolutely love it. But like they got me ready for this trip, right? Because Bob's about 40 pounds now. And he thinks he's a baby and just wants to be carried around 24/7 still. And so, like, yeah, I was basically logging miles with a 40-pound pack in my arms or on my shoulders, and I felt great the entire week. And I think it's because Evolve got me physically ready, right? So I'm thinking, like, I'm feeling great, but I'm still, like, very sore. But I feel like I'm in great shape. The amount of people that are in god-awful shape but will somehow reach deep and push themselves to their absolute physical limit at these parks, like, credit to you. It's unbelievable. I'm talking about people who probably haven't seen 1,000 steps in 1,000 days. And yet here they are grinding 10 miles, thighs rubbing, just dripping grease.
A lot of Desitin in their future.
I mean, just insane. The amount of mental toughness. All I could think about was Tommy
Imagine if
Moffitt.
they had that mental toughness every day.
I mean, that's all they need. That's what I'm saying. They need to tap into that same thing and bring it out in their everyday life because you have it inside you.
Oh, it's there.
All I could think about was Tommy Moffitt, talking about how, your body, your mind is weak. Like, your body can do it. Like, true. I see it firsthand. I'm on Tom Sawyer Adventure Island, and I saw a diabetic woman as round as she is tall with one leg. On Tom Sawyer Adventure Island.
Leg is crazy.
Yes. And shout out Tom Sawyer. Rest in peace, man. It's closing down later this year, and we tore it up there.
What's it
Saturday.
becoming?
What?
What's it becoming?
Probably like a
Isn't it
Cars
Cars
Land
or something? Yeah.
Getting rid of one of the OGs. One of the things that's not like, that's a little free range, right? It's basically just a giant 2 islands worth of playgrounds.
Yeah.
And it's awesome.
Don't they already have a Cars, though, in Hollywood
in LA.
Studios?
Yeah.
No, not
They have it in LA.
In LA, not in Orlando.
Well, then go to LA if you want Cars.
It is. I mean, look.
Not
I know.
my
Look,
Tom
we have
Sawyer.
Tom Sawyer in
Again.
Florida.
I get it in that. Of course, you want to update things for the new generation, but that little Adventureland section is kind of like the last vestige of Walt's original vision, right? Before everything, because what's going to annoy me, and this sounds dumb, but what's really going to annoy me, like right now, it's Adventureland. It's Tom Sawyer Island. It's all very clear-cut, simply named. Pretty soon here, like trademarks will be filed, and it'll be like, are you excited for Lightning McQueen's Race Speedway at Cars Land, Disney Orlando? Like, it's just going to be so corporate and so buttoned up, and you're just losing a little bit of the soul there that Tom Sawyer's has.
Yeah.
And Adventureland, a simpler time, Climb through caves and bushes and barrel bridges. So.
It's happening all throughout the world.
They're taking away the color.
Yeah. Have you seen McDonald's?
What
Have you seen
is
Taco Bell?
What is this?
Have you seen just modern buildings?
Yeah, so I see like all these threads about how color is draining from our society, but I never read them. Why are they saying it? I mean, I agree.
To demoralize us.
To keep us down.
Yeah.
The 1984, just the big gray.
Yes.
I'm doing my part. Where's y'all's color at?
I know. I don't ever wear color.
Yeah, I don't either. They got us.
Yeah.
They got us, dude.
EJ Manuel's neighbor, Devon Gottschalk. How was he saying?
Devon Gottschalk.
He was.
I know. We're trying to think out. EJ was trying to say it 3 different ways.
Yeah.
Gottschalks.
Gottschalks.
He's like, he didn't understand how those letters made that sound.
True. I mean, look, not bad.
Yeah, it is EJ's neighbor though.
Yeah, gonna be on the Saints now.
Yeah, I saw that this morning driving in for a 7th rounder. This is somebody that has started basically his entire NFL career.
He was 7th rounder?
No,
Patriots?
They gave.
I was about to say, didn't he get drafted?
Rounder.
Was he like 3rd or 4th?
Maybe 4th or 5th.
Who, Gottschalk?
Yeah, either way, he got a big contract. I mean, he's had a good
He did a
NFL
great career. He had a great college career.
I think it's a
5th round.
It's a good move, I think, by the Saints to be able to get a player that, for the Patriots, they're going in a different direction. They're trying to get younger. They've got all this money to spend. They're probably going to hit a complete reset on their team. You give up a 7th rounder, still a player that has multiple years left, I think, of productive play. It's actually a decent move by the Saints.
How long has Gottschalk been in the league now?
Since 2017.
8 years.
Damn. Work out,
Happens
dude.
quick, doesn't it?
Somebody who always, too, even at LSU, was seemed to always play over his head, has to play a bit out of position. Remember Aranda lining him up as that true nose?
Yeah.
Basically saying that, look, he doesn't have the prototypical nose size, but the bottom line, we need somebody who can't be one-on-one blocked.
Yeah.
And that was Gottschalk. And then he goes to the Patriots, a notoriously hard organization in which to succeed, one of the ultimate kind of meritocratic organizations, and does very well for himself. So shout out to Devon. Yeah, see, like the Saints, they like LSU players now that Sean Payton is no longer in charge. If only they didn't like Derek Carr so much. Because this is pretty shocking, guys. So the Saints exercise a clause in Derek Carr's contract to restructure the deal to free up media cap space and basically ensure that he will be the quarterback next season. There's a couple interesting parts of this story to me. The one I want to get into in a little bit is the fact that this makes next year exactly the same now as this year in terms of making a decision. Like, it kind of sucks. Like, does this restructure actually mean that Derek Carr is going to be your quarterback for the next 2 seasons? It's hard for me to, and maybe there's some Saints cap experts listening who would tell me why this is wrong. But from where I sit and everything I've read, it's hard to see how you're not in the exact same situation next year, but we'll get into that. The first part, though, is Nick Underhill and others intimating, nobody giving too much concrete information here, but intimating, Jake, that Derek Carr wanted out. Derek Carr wanted to explore his options, and that he wanted to, and he was willing to work with the Saints in order to do so, but it was the Saints who were not willing to let him walk. And basically said, no, you're staying here, and we're exercising and restructuring you. So I think there's a few different ways to take that. First off, the continued, I think, like, as far as relationships go, the feeling between Derek Carr and the city is what it is, and nobody's going to be willing to extend the olive branch to make a change. Derek Carr did nothing during the Super Bowl to be forward-facing. It feels like two parents staying in it for the kids until they graduate. Yes, until they finish high school, and then they'll move on, but they're sleeping in separate bedrooms, and I don't think that's going to change.
Yeah, it doesn't feel great when you hear that, because it makes you feel like in his mind, he kind of thought that it was over. The relationship was done.
Yeah.
And again, like, all these Saints were right there at the convention center for the Super Bowl and, having a good time, spreading the love of New Orleans and the city, and he was nowhere to be seen. And it's like, okay, well, that's kind of maybe over.
Yeah.
And then when you hear reports like this, it's like, okay, even in his mind, he thought it was over. And so, like, you bring him back, I think it just tells you the Saints, one, they didn't think Spencer Rattler was ready to be a full-time starting quarterback in their mind.
I mean, I agree.
After, Kellen Moore probably sat down, watched tape, had discussions with, Nussmeier and everybody on staff. They're at 9. They probably explored what would it take for us to get one of the top 2 quarterbacks in this draft. Yeah. They didn't like the asking price, said we're not doing that. So what do? Well, you fall back on what you have, which is Derek Carr, and you convert, $40 million to a signing bonus, because what was it? It was the $30 million base salary, then the $10 million he had coming as far as a roster bonus. All that now is going to be converted to a signing bonus, and just continue to kick the can down the road. But it feels like they looked at it and they all came together as a new staff and said, well, this is the best option.
Yeah, which again, I think objectively, in terms of fielding the best team you can next year, I do think that's true. But you mentioned kicking the can. And here we arrive at the part that I think that's going to make people real unhappy and probably upset with Mickey Loomis when you hear reports that Derek Carr maybe wanted out and Loomis decides to keep him in. And you could say Kellen Moore, right? Because I don't think Loomis makes that decision independent of Kellen Moore, not after he just hired him. So really, it is Kellen Moore, to be fair. But what it results in is you kick the can down. Like Jake said, you push more than $30 million. You convert it into signing bonus. So he's still going to get his $40 million. But you convert $30 million into signing bonus, and you spread it out over voidable years on the end of the deal. So his cap number for this year is down to $21 million, but here's where it gets icky. His 2026 cap figure, now $67 million. And he gets a pay raise next year from $40 to $50 million in salaries and bonuses. And so here's a direct quote from Nick Underhill's New Orleans.football article. Quote, so this will be an even bigger issue 12 months from now, with even more dead money looming if they decide to part ways then. So again, that's what I need to ask the experts, because this feels, when you make this deal, this actually feels like a 2-year commitment to me. Because again, I don't. The
cap hit. Yeah, the cap hit $69.2 million.
And the thing is, you're going
2026.
And I'm sure you're going to lop off 20 or 30 million out of that and spread it into voidable years, and you'll probably be paying Derek Carr like $10 million against the cap for the next couple of years, even when he's not in a Saints uniform. But we mentioned that the relationship already feels like it's over, but monetarily, the golden handcuffs may be such, neither party wants to lose the house. And so they might have to stick in this for 2 more years.
If there was a better option, like, it feels like if the Saints were picking at 3 and not 9, we'd be having a different conversation. And if they had any kind of room to wiggle around and bring in another top-tier quarterback, they would. But after seeing what you have available, it just feels like they said this is all we can do. If we want to be competitive in year number one, this is the best option. But like you said, this pretty much guarantees you paying Derek Carr for a long period of time.
Yeah.
There's going to be multiple years where he is not on your team where you're going to be paying Derek Carr. I mean, $69.2 million cap hit next year is ludicrous, but it's what they felt like they had to do.
And also, it's one of those deals where it's like, after reading that, you're like, oh, man, well, we had the discussion of, do you rip the Band-Aid off? See, but that's where I feel like I had a bit of a misunderstanding. I'll just be honest. That I had a bit of a misunderstanding about this, is that I thought that if you did this year, that even with the restructure, that you'd be in a better position next season. Like when we were having these conversations of, okay, do you rip the Band-Aid off now? Or do you spread it out over the next couple of years, maybe deal with it this year, and then you get out from underneath it next year? You're not out from underneath anything.
No.
So I feel like I missed some context that would have caused me to want to put my thumb on the scale more for just ripping the Band-Aid off now and getting out from underneath it entirely, because now it feels like you've spread this thing out even more and you're committed even more. Again, Underhill had a great line in his article quoting writer Peter Finney. It says, Peter Finney once called Mike Ditka a visitor to New Orleans. And my God, Nick is right about that. It certainly feels like Derek Carr is a visitor to New Orleans, a carpetbagger, if you will.
A Chipotle eater.
God, what a red flag.
It was right there in front of us.
I mean, put it up there with Adam Gase's amphetamine eyes in his New York Jets opening press conference.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, that was crazy.
In terms of red flags that we should have known that disaster was impending.
Can we be clear that Chipotle is good, though? It's just a strange choice.
Yeah, for New Orleans.
Chipotle's fine. I like Chipotle.
Yeah, okay.
I love Chipotle.
I was about to say.
I feel like as far as like quick service places go, they got good ingredients, you know, solid. And I like Gizos and everything too.
But like when you get to New Orleans, that's not where I'm going to go.
Yeah, and a guy who lived in Cali his whole life. Like he grew up there, went to Fresno, played for the Raiders, and then he's like, I went to Chipotle.
And somehow
first New Orleans
sounds
meal.
Southern.
Yeah, get at least like so. Yeah, I mean, here's the deal. Just lie.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Say you went somewhere else.
Right.
Yeah. Like you don't like say you went to just ask the local New Orleans PR guy, hey, where should I say? Where to say? I mean, I'm sure they brought him to like Commanders during the free agent process or something.
Yeah, for sure.
So I don't know.
Somewhere.
Chipotle.
Big red flag.
He said that just to be a D-bag.
Big red flag. Mitchell Knapp says Devin Snow said it best. You never know how many more Saints games you got left to watch. Each one is precious. Derek and Mickey ruining people's lives.
They are.
So, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. It's a little disheartening, disheartening. But who knows? Perhaps if you just want to be positive, it's that maybe Kellen Moore unlocked something. I don't know. I thought Kubiak did a fine job. Like I had problems with Carmichael. I thought Kubiak did a fine job. Who knows? What if you? I don't know. It's a dark time for the New Orleans Saints. It's a dark time.
Kubiak's got his own issues to worry about now in Seattle.
Yeah, they're just going full reset up there. Huh?
Nobody there.
Traded Geno. Traded DK.
Wait, I missed the Geno trade. When did that happen?
Raiders
Yesterday?
On Friday. No, Friday evening.
Friday evening?
Raiders
about
third rounder.
Anthony, what was it? You mentioned the $60 million cap hit. That is one story I saw last week. Dak Prescott, what a funny headline. Restructures $30 million freed up in space. Still has a $50 million cap hit. What in the world kind of contract do you free up $30 million?
$89 million cap hit before
saying,
that.
89.
Like by restructuring, like that's the only thing I'll give Jerry credit for. He restructured Dak and CD. They now have $56 million in cap space.
Uh-oh. Okay.
But here's the thing. He's not going to sign anybody because he didn't last all season.
And he said there was nobody they were looking for.
So exactly. I don't believe him, though. Methinks the lady doth protest too much. Remember last year, he was like, we're going to be aggressive, right? And then they did nothing.
And he's a good actor.
Exactly. Thank you, Alondra.
He is a good actor.
Thank you. That's what I'm saying.
We saw that.
This year, he's saying they're not going to do anything. He's got something big up his sleeve. I think so. Just wait, Tay-Tay. I'm calling it. Let's go, Jerry.
Gottschalk's contract, by the way, let me see. It got restructured. I had the numbers pulled up. So he was due $13.5 million over the next 2 years with $4 million guaranteed, but he is going to restructure that. It was part of the deal whenever he's going to the Saints. So that's going to get redone, and so that number is going to be obviously lower.
Nice
than it
deal,
would have been.
dude.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Let's go, Gottschalk. Anthony Parker says, just wanted to shout out my son celebrating his 16th birthday today. State champ at Edna Carr. Been a good year for my boy. Happy birthday, AJ. Hey, happy birthday, AJ. Congratulations, man. Congratulations.
The big 1-6.
Well done.
All right. More Off the Bench coming up next.
Off the Bench.
Go to All-Star Toyota of Baton Rouge.com. All-Star Toyota of Baton Rouge. Look, man, if you need a brand new vehicle, maybe you want a Toyota certified used vehicle, maybe you need a rent for a little vacation, go hit up Miss Lee Sessions. But look, the bottom line is you go to allstartoyotabatonrouge.com, and right there you can search by keyword, by make and model, by budget. You can see all the incredible deals we got going on. We got our Carnival deals going on right now. And then always remember, right there over at Airline and Goodwood, the body shop, the service center, you mentioned OTB, Jake T-Bob, anything, get $250 towards that deductible. All make and models welcome. Go to All-Star Toyota Baton Rouge.
Yeah, we've been telling you over the last couple of weeks, if you had a Mardi Gras trip planned for the break, I mean, great place for rentals, but you don't have to have an occasion. Now, it's always great for vacations, but if you just need a vehicle for 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, whatever it might be, they've got you covered. Per day rental prices, everything is available, so everything that they do new leasing is available in the rental department, allstartoyotabatonrouge.com.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Baton Rouge's home for real rock. It's Eagle 98.1. Foo Fighters. Led Zeppelin. AC/DC. Pearl Jam. And the flagship home for LSU sports. Take us anywhere with the Eagle 98.1 app. Eagle 98.1 is the rock station.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet Cadillac, our family serving your family.
For over 50 years.
At Ochsner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Ochsner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Ochsner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Crime has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, know that you have rights, and it's okay to demand them. The law offices of O.C. Brown are here to protect you and your rights. Felony or misdemeanor, DUI or drug charge. No matter what crime you're accused of, you still have rights. Let the law offices of O.C. Brown uphold them. Call 225-343-1111. Your law firm for a lifetime. At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a smart way to manage your money and time. Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
When it comes to choosing energy for your family and your home, make the smart choice with natural gas. You can count on efficient and affordable natural gas to keep you comfortable and reduce your
Welcome in to the best morning sports-ish show around. Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Like when you said you felt so happy you could die. Told myself that
What's happening, y'all? Van Lathan wants to know top 5 Jedis of all time. I'd have to go Qui-Gon Jinn, number 1.
Anthony Robinson, left back for the United States men's national team.
He can come in at number 5. We'll give him number 5. I'm not getting higher than that.
I mean, he goes by Jedi.
We'll go Qui-Gon, Obi-Wan.
Good song.
Maybe Mace Windu. I'll have to think on this further. Taylor, what do they call you? Qui-Gon Jinn? Is that right?
Sure.
Oh, that must be me. Speaking of something that I loved over the weekend, shout out to Hunt Palmer, man. Hunt Palmer tweeting yesterday. A lot of, what do you say, a big day at the box. Jared Jones, 2 hits, home run. Stephen Milam, 2 hits, home run. Josh Pearson, grand slam, and a walk. And Keller Joseph Palmer, 8 pounds, 4 ounces. Hey, there we go.
Yay.
Huge congrats to the Palmer family adding to their brood. That's awesome.
All I'm getting out of this is that he could have gone to Frisco last weekend.
Yeah, it's tough.
Congrats. He was so upset.
He was very depressed about it.
It's very tough. I did see the boys diving into the lazy river.
Yeah.
Right after they won.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah, I love that.
That's very cool.
We talked about that too.
What?
How this team just has like a different feel to it than it did last year. And
yeah.
Jay talks a lot about big team, little me, and it really does seem like it's hitting hard.
Big team, little me. Now that's interesting. I've never heard that before.
That's what Jay says.
I love that. I've heard a lot of ways of saying that.
Yeah.
But I've never heard that way. That's a really good slogan to lock onto.
Could tell him the bats. What is going on?
How did that Saints helmet just move?
The hockey puck fell out.
Okay. It just that's bro. I thought we had a ghost situation.
We had a spirit in here
I thought
too.
we had, out of nowhere, the Saints helmet just jiggled at I can't see the hockey puck. I was like,
the ghost of Drew Brees.
Moves the hockey puck?
The ghost of good quarterback play. Just
good question. What moved the hockey puck? Maybe I accidentally knocked something. If I had to guess, but wow.
Because that thing's got some weight to it. The puck does.
Yeah,
it's got a little bit of weight to it.
You got to really move that hockey puck.
Bro, did y'all see, speaking of weight, did y'all see, was it Billy Wagner getting the call that that he's going to be in the Hall of Fame?
He's going in.
Okay, maybe we'll break this down in the 9 o'clock hour. Because I saw the video that I saw, I'm going to, this is not an original T-Bob joke or take, but I'll show you all the video and you tell me what stands out to you when you see Billy Wagner getting the call that he's getting in the Hall of Fame. Something else I also loved over the weekend were the chubby J.D. Vance memes over the last week. It started to take on life its own. Now, it's probably run its course because it got so extreme.
JD is even getting in on it.
See, yeah, then maybe
I actually like that he's
then maybe
getting
maybe it's over now. What did he do? I've not seen that.
He posted one of it.
Okay,
so.
I mean, yeah, you got to lean into it at this point, but yeah, those things were. At first, I thought it was just my algorithm, and then I was like, oh wait, no, the entire human consciousness is obsessed with this.
Yeah,
it's like, what do we do with?
I missed all that.
You didn't see any
JD
chubby
fat
JD
memes?
Vance memes? That's crazy.
I was in
They
the
just
middle
keep
of the ocean.
photoshopping him.
I know, but it
chunky.
was like, I feel like every time I opened my phone for anything, a different version of a chubbier JD Vance was staring back at me.
No, I didn't see it.
Somebody posted, I forgot who, a selfie with him in a helicopter, and he actually did look a little chubby in the face in it. And they're like, how is this a real picture? Are you kidding me? Because it wasn't photoshopped and it looked like it was.
Yeah, it definitely did. So no Josh Thompson with LSU right now to open up spring practice. This is, of course, the Northwestern interior offensive lineman that we believe will likely be a starter on this team and that LSU will be relying on. Tate, why is he not here? Is he not coming to LSU at all?
No, he's coming. It was something with his classes. He wanted to get his degree. He's like a few hours away from getting that. So as soon as he gets that, he will join the team. It just will not be at the start of spring. But look, that's not necessarily awful in my opinion, just because he's been there, done that. I mean, he's played in college for 4 years. Like he'll be fine if he's here during the summer and get some of your younger guys some experience. Some of those guys that enrolled in spring. I mean, I think Josh Thompson's going to be a starter, but I mean, look, Akarius Kern is a guy that could take advantage of this. Bo Bordelon is a guy that could take advantage of this. Some guys that are fighting for spots.
It's a good point. It's a good point by you, because certainly it does make it a heavier lift on Josh now to come in and start right away if his first action with the team. Now, he'll be training during the summer, but if your first practice action with the team is in fall camp, that's not a very long time.
Well, when would a quarter system end? Because I'm assuming that's what they're on.
Yeah, they are on a quarter system, yes.
So I guess you'd have to find out when that is, because he could finish up and be here sooner than if he was on semester, obviously. If he only has this quarter left.
Yeah,
so that's what it sounds like.
Well, a quarter's 25 cents, and Taylor, you may not know this. So a quarter in fractions is actually 1/4.
Yeah, 4.
So if we take the 12 months and we split it into 4s, I don't know if that's how quarter systems work, but there we go. Maybe after March.
3 months.
Yeah. Somebody went to Louisiana Tech, which is also on the quarter system. Let us know.
Either way, no Josh Thompson for spring. I don't mind that spin zone, Taylor. I didn't love this at first because ideally, with so many new starters on that offensive line, I want them to have as much time as possible together. But you do raise a good point in that in terms of who do those spring reps mean more to, Thompson or some of these younger guys? I am with you that they mean more to the younger guys. So that's not a bad spin zone by you. Now for Thompson, again, I think credit to him wanting to get his degree. I see why. It's Northwestern, everything else is so close. But he does make it a bit tougher on himself. You kind of crack open that door, Jake, not to be penciled in as the immediate starter if one of these young cats gets hot, takes a step forward. He could have a real ass competition on his hands come fall time.
Yeah, one of the things we didn't get to spend a lot of time on because of the time and when it happened in the sports calendar, and also I think it was a bowl game that I think LSU fans weren't as dialed into because it was the Texas Bowl, but the young offensive line and the line that played in that game, considering it was really just a lot of patchwork and it felt like it was going to be a bomb squad, they did pretty well.
They really did.
You saw them play hard in that game, and they had success on the ground and through the air. And that, as we talked about during the time, that was going to be a great springboard for them going into spring practice because they've gotten reps as a starter against a quality Big 12 team that had won, 5-6 games in a row at that point. And that was always going to be very beneficial for them. And so now they get an opportunity to continue that. And if you're LSU, it's actually not a bad spot because you're going to have somebody that is going to be motivated to have, because he didn't get here for 2 weeks, right? And so
says chat saying March 27th.
Yeah, Matt just texted us and he said quarter ends March 21st. He'll be here for the second half of spring.
So not to brag,
over on LouisianaSports.net.
Our 3-month theory proven correct there.
So big math show.
Yep.
OTB, known math show. But now they get 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a long time in spring practice. And so your hope is, if you're Brad Davis, they take advantage of that. And then they make it hard to get him out of the lineup. So hope, you see some young players go out there and realize the opportunity ahead of them.
So Josh Thompson, again, exactly. Well, that is, I mean, as we go to break, do we all agree on this? This team's potential all revolves around how this offensive line is.
Yeah.
Because everywhere else they look set, they look complete, they seem to have veterans and or a lot of talent. And not to say they don't have it there, but that is the position group that will decide how good or bad this team is.
At least on offense. I mean, I think it's O-line and safety. I think you're still pretty light there. But I was talking about it a little bit last week.
But offensive line, I would argue more impactful than safety, certainly.
I was talking about it a little bit last week. Look at who you lost. You lost Mason Taylor. That's a big loss. But I think you did a pretty good job of replacing him. You lose Kyron Lacey, who was kind of like your de facto number one, but kind of late in the season it wanted to be an Aaron Anderson. You got Anderson back. You got Thomas back. You have Nick Anderson, who's 6'5".
Yeah.
You didn't have anybody like that a year ago. You got Barry Brown, who's a burner. Trey Dez will probably play more out wide than he does at tight end anyways.
Yeah,
Chris Hilton for a full season. Like,
how much did that change the dynamic?
Yes.
Just having him in that bowl game, you saw like what you were missing.
Well,
I think you probably end
Oklahoma,
up in an SEC championship if you have full strength Hilton all year.
Even the Oklahoma game, like you fell behind. Nuss got hurt, but he came back in. He threw back-to-back touchdowns to Chris Hilton, and then like you went from having no deep threats to a lot. Like, Barry Brown's going to be a deep threat for you. Chris Hilton's going to be one. You're better at every position outside of the offensive line, including Nuss because he's coming into his second year.
So, again, that is the group to watch this spring, this fall, and that will ultimately decide just how far this team can go. I can go wait, I screwed it up. I was trying to sing Hercules, I Can Go the Distance, but I combined it with Mulan. Let's get down to business.
I know you're going to hate this. They are making a live-action Hercules movie, like off the Disney.
Again, I think the worst part is, what that does for me is just nothing. Just completely nothing.
You're not going to like it.
Just completely nothing. Okay, live action, sure.
Yeah.
Sure, whatever. I hate that it's become just like, we have no ideas. What have we not made live action yet? Hercules, though, a very interesting soundtrack in some really high highs. And then just some kind of forgettable lows. But like the bangers in Hercules are certified all-time good bangers. Just doesn't quite hold the consistency throughout the album.
The thing is that they're mostly disappointing. Like the live action versions of movies. Like if they were actually pretty good, then fine, whatever.
What's one that's good?
I would say
y'all probably didn't. I actually enjoyed Aladdin.
I thought Aladdin
They
felt
had a
so
live action of
soulless. Yeah, I remember Will Smith was the genie.
Oh.
It was so. Again, the word that I described the movie is antiseptic. I felt like I was in an operating room.
Yeah.
It just was like focus tested to death, and so just 3D CGI, blah blah blah. I would say the Beauty and the Beast one was actually pretty good.
With Emma Watson.
I thought that was okay.
I didn't like the Lion King.
I didn't see it, but I've listened to the soundtrack with my kids a lot.
The Dumbo.
Aren't there 2 live-action Lion Kings,
Yeah,
though?
now.
Yeah, I know.
That's so stupid.
Yeah, now
The
you
first
can
one
learn how
wasn't
Scar
bad.
got named Scar. Sure. I ever cared.
He's got a scar on
I mean,
his
I
face.
just need. It's like I don't need to know Scar's backstory. I understand he's just a bad guy who wants to.
Why are we trying to sympathize with evil people?
Yeah, but I think. What was? I don't know. I didn't see the movie, but actually, the new Little Mermaid soundtrack, the new songs, it has a couple good new songs.
Mm.
Yeah. So maybe that's a good one, but otherwise,
I don't think so. I don't think it's been a good one.
All right, when we get back, more OTB. Keep it locked.
Off the bench.
God, I love Sleeping Beauty. I also love Trash Rangers. Go to trashrangers.com today, guys, and make the switch. Get more reliable, hassle-free trash removal here in South Louisiana. If you live in Livingston or Ascension, you're not bullied into a contract that you have to accept. You actually get the choice on who handles your waste management. You can go with the local guys who give a damn about you, who text you the night before it's your day to put out the cans so you never forget again, and you get that nagging husband off of your back. And remember, guys, if you are a small business owner, any business owner, anywhere in the listening area, this is anywhere now, and you need somebody to handle your trash, you go with Trash Rangers, okay? Again, local, give a damn. They, too, as a business, small business, they understand the flexible needs of businesses. That's why they can empty your front-load dumpsters anywhere from 1 to 6 days a week. You need a giant roll-off dumpster? They got you. They are your one-stop waste management shop. Go to trashrangers.com today.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Jerry and Benny Payne began Central Plumbing Company out of their driveway in Tanglewood subdivision. 50 years later and 4 generations down the road, we continue to serve Baton Rouge and the surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Residential, commercial, industrial, or hospitality, Central Plumbing is here 24/7, 365.
We want to thank our customers, family, and friends for 50 years of success.
And looking forward to 50 more.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet Cadillac, our family serving your family.
For over 50 years.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Crime has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, know that you have rights, and it's okay to demand them. The law offices of O.C. Brown are here to protect you and your rights. Felony or misdemeanor, DUI or drug charge. No matter what crime you're accused of, you still have rights. Let the law offices of O.C. Brown uphold them. Call 225-343-11.
Welcome in to the best morning sports-ish show around. Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Oh, what's going on, y'all? Congratulations. Joey LeBlanc, one of our good chatters. Says we got a little boy on the way due at the end of August. Hell yeah, dude.
Go say now. Say fella.
Hell yeah, Joey. You and Mama stay strong to the end of this journey. It's going to be very, very fun. There is no high like the one that you get when you have a child. Especially that first one. Scary, but incredible. I'll never forget this. My biggest takeaway, maybe, besides, like, you do feel like you're kind of on another planet for 2 weeks, like in a good way, like just cloud nine. But I felt like the first night, I remember texting my brother-in-law about this, but the first night I had a child, I felt like it was the first time in my actual life in which I knew what, like, real fear was. Like, real, deep, ancient fear. And that sounds weird, but it was because all of a sudden, even though I didn't really know this little person, this new thing, this little human being that showed up, it's just a deeper love than you've ever experienced in your entire life, which then leads to fear because you want everything to be so good for this child and whatnot. So it's just a life-changing feeling. So congratulations, man. Only a little bit longer. And then before you know it, they're going to be 13 and doubling up on their cruise meal plates. So get ready.
And taller and bigger than you.
Yeah, true. Exactly.
Getting stronger. I put this old man string, this Mike Gundy string on you.
He probably can't get you yet, but once he gets in college, you're probably cooked.
You know, it's what keeps me motivated.
Yeah.
To get under the weights.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Good luck. That's all I got to say.
Did y'all notice during the combine? I know we haven't talked a lot of combine.
Oh, yeah, combine.
Here, that there's like third and fourth rounders that don't like run anymore. And I'm like,
I did not notice that. I knew like the big dogs, dogs. Though it's for a few years now they've been saying no. Which
I get what. Sure, got like third and fourth rounders that will like go do one cone drill and some bag drills. Be like, nah, man, I'm good. Ain't gonna run. Ain't gonna jump. Ain't gonna bench press. I'm like, what? Like, do you not realize I got my pro day? Okay. Do you not realize that all 32 teams are not going to be at your pro day unless you're like
projected
a
third or
top
fourth
dog?
rounder? Yeah.
Well,
Like,
it also feels like maybe like, I mean, you tell me if I'm wrong, Jake, but like, wouldn't teams maybe knock you for not being willing to be? It's a bit scared of competition, maybe.
That and again, like every team is there. Every team. There's only a couple of times a year that every team goes to something, the Senior Bowl and the Combine. Right?
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
It's the only time you get a chance. Like, sure, last year there was probably all 32 teams at LSU's pro day because of Jaden Daniels, Malik Neighbors, and Brian Thomas Jr. Maybe there was. Not everybody has that situation.
Mm-hmm.
And so Cam Scadaboo is a perfect example. Didn't go to the Senior Bowl because he wanted to work on his combine stuff.
Oh, no. And then he didn't get – did he run the combine?
Did the vertical and the broad jump. No 40, no 3-cone, no 20-yard shuttle, no bench press. You didn't go to the Senior Bowl to work on combine training, though. If I'm not mistaken, he was the only player from Arizona State that got invited to the combine.
Yes.
You are not going to have all 32 teams at your pro day.
Well, not only that,
God,
Jake,
it's been a rough time for you and Cam since the season ended.
He, of all people, would benefit huge if he was able to run like a 4.58, 4.59. That's huge for Cam.
That's what people don't understand, Tay.
Huge.
And I don't think it's Cam Scadaboo. I think it's agents. The NFL doesn't see the difference that people think in a 4.54 and a 4.61.
Yeah.
They just don't.
Yeah.
Because
it's like
every
old boy
team
told you, like, hey, relax.
Yeah. Every team keeps their own clock, too.
Yeah, they have their own guy.
And that's what they go off of. And look, at the time, like I almost ran at my pro day because I was like, man, I think I can get faster. My agent's like, hey, you probably can. But he's like, if you run a 4.53 instead of a 4.59, it ain't gonna matter. But you know what's gonna matter if you run a 4.67. So there's not that big of a difference. And I don't know. It's weird to me. Like, and I look like y'all. Obviously, Cam Scadaboo, Meathead Player of the Year, but he was like one example. A third, fourth round guy right now, and you're not running at the combine? And there's multiple people and some LSU players that aren't going to be first round picks that didn't run at the combine. I'm like, when did that become in vogue? When did that become the norm? Because that's your chance. Like every team is there, and you have a chance to go out there. Maybe a team that you weren't on their radar, but you know what? They're like, hey, did you see him today? Did you see what he did on the field? Did you see the 3-cone and then the bench press and the 40? Now I'm gonna watch him in drills today, and then all of a sudden, you're on their radar. I don't know. It's wild to me. And I went on NFL radio the other day, and they were having me on to talk about like who's looked great at the combine. And honestly, I said, guys, excuse me, I'm about to be old man yelling at the clouds real quick.
Yeah.
But what are we doing? Why are these guys not running at the combine anymore? I don't know. It's just wild to me.
Scared.
Well, I think they're getting it like some advice.
Yeah.
That is not going to behoove them down the road.
But the agent's advice still comes from a place of fear.
Yeah.
It comes from a place of you can only do damage to your stock instead of help it. Which I agree with Jake. I don't think that's true. All right, when we get back, let's wrap up hour number 2 of OTB.
Off the bench.
Go to centralplumbing.org, 925-8552, centralplumbing.org, 925-8552. Shout out to the Payne family. We love Central Plumbing. We love the Paynes. The OG of OTB sponsors. And so if you need any plumbing problems, really the OGs of plumbing. I mean, they've been at it for 50 years, nearly 50 years, guys. So how do you stand that test of time? Well, it's because you provide your customers with a consistently great service at a consistently great price. And they have flat rate pricing, excellent warranty once the work is done. Everybody's licensed, bonded, and insured. So any plumbing problems or bathroom remodels, upgrades, anything, go to centralplumbing.org.
And when you go to the website, you'll kind of see exactly what T-Bob's talking about as far as the upgrades. It's right there on the homepage. If you're looking to remodel at your home or your business, And no matter how much you're wanting to get done, something very small, they can handle that obviously. But if you want a total new space, they can do that for you as well. Go to the website today, centralplumbing.org.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Jerry and Benny Payne began Central Plumbing Company out of their driveway in Tanglewood subdivision. 50 years later and 4 generations down the road, we continue to serve Baton Rouge and the surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Residential, commercial, industrial, or hospitality, Central Plumbing is here 24/7, 365.
We want to thank our customers, family, and friends for 50 years of success.
And looking forward to 50 more.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet Cadillac, our family serving your family.
For over 50 years.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Crime has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, know that you have rights, and it's okay to demand them. The law offices of O.C. Brown are here to protect you and your rights. Felony or misdemeanor, DUI or drug charge. No matter what crime you're accused of, you still have rights. Let the law offices of O.C. Brown uphold them. Call 225-343-1111. Your law firm for a lifetime.
Looking for the ultimate game day experience? Come to the Queen Casino in Baton Rouge. Wall-to-wall TVs mean you'll see every touchdown in HD. Place your bets and feel the thrill.
Back to sports talk. Maybe. Off the bench.
What's happening, y'all? Welcome back to OTB. Hope everybody's having a truly wunderbar day. Oh, wait, my hat. What am I doing? So glad to be back here with the homies. Yeah, Jake, you kind of talking about it during the break. I didn't realize so a lot of LSU guys not doing any testing at the Combine last week. A little interesting there. Times are changing.
Yeah, I mean, bench press alone, you only had 2 players, Miles Frazier and Savion Jones, that even benched. 20-yard shuttle, Braden Swinson, the only one that did it. 3-cone, Braden Swinson, the only one that did it. You had 4 players do the broad jump. Vertical, you had the same 4 players. And then 40-yard dash, you only had 3 players that were there from LSU that ran the 40. I don't know. Like I said, I don't really know when that changed, but like there's players that are going to be 3rd, 4th, 5th round picks from LSU, and this obviously we're choosing LSU because that's who we're closest to. That just did the drills, and that was it. I don't know.
Chris Little says, did we cover Will Campbell being projected as a guard instead of attack because of arm length? I don't know what to trust in the Will Campbell reporting nowadays because sometimes it's OT1, then it's guard the next day. He ran a grade 40. For what it's worth. I mean, a 4.98 broke that magical sub-5 barrier. Tay-Tay?
I talked about this a little bit last week. I hate when they're like, oh, well, his arms are too short. It's like when you say the quarterback's hand sizes are too small. Like I broke it down last week. The two quarterbacks that have the two biggest hands in the NFL are Will Levis and Anthony Richardson.
Yeah.
The top three guys were like Baker and two other guys that had like Pro Bowl seasons. Like that's never mattered. Why does this matter? He's also less than an inch.
I will say, though, I will be interested to see as someone who's a tiny hand truther, and I agree with you. You're absolutely right.
I mean, it's just
no correlation.
You're going to pass up on a good player just because his arms are half an inch shorter than you would like them to be.
Well, and that's what I was going to – I wonder, like, how short are they compared to what the ideal is? Because, I mean, I will say this.
33 1/4 is what he was, and I think they said the minimum is 34. So, okay. I mean, he's less than an inch.
I see it as 32 5/8.
Either
on the
way,
Combine website. His hand's only 9.5.
I will say that. Okay, don't say only. I will say that.
That was just for you.
Arm length does matter more than hand size, in my opinion. As someone with short arms who sometimes felt like I was grasping at air, swimming. Yeah, it can be a little rough at times.
I felt that.
We'll get more on that in a little bit. Do you remind you about Tommy's Windows Doors and Siding? GEAUX Tommy's.com. Go Tommy's.com. You call 225-250-8808 and you will see the difference clearly. The Tommy's, our guiding lights are having integrity, being dependable, professional, and efficient. And you can check out the reviews on Google that would support this as being our goals. Everybody's fully licensed and insured, nearly 30 years of experience, work all throughout Louisiana, and have won the Angie's Service Award every year since 2016. Also, free estimates from our friends at Tommy's. So you want hardy plank vinyl siding, wood or vinyl windows, you want energy efficient options, and you want great warranties, lifetime warranties to Tommy's Window Storage Siding. Go Tommy's.com. Hour 3 of OTB next.
Off the bench.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
You gotta believe in a dream. Believe. You gotta believe in a dream. Believe. You gotta believe. My whole team on wild.
There it is, the extra mile. On the border of expected and extraordinary. For those willing to go further. Like vans customized for work or play. With safety and tech to keep you connected. Supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team. And backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Jerry and Benny Payne began Central Plumbing Company out of their driveway in Tanglewood Subdivision. 50 years later and 4 generations down the road, we continue to serve Baton Rouge and the surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Residential, commercial, industrial, or hospitality, Central Plumbing is here 24/7, 365.
We want to thank our customers, family, and friends for 50 years of success.
And looking forward to 50 more.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet Cadillac, our family serving your family.
For over 50 years.
Crime has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, know that you have rights, and it's okay to demand them. The law offices of O.C. Brown are here to protect you and your rights. Felony or misdemeanor, DUI or drug charge. No matter what crime you're accused of, you still have rights. Let the law offices of O.C. Brown uphold them. Call 225-343-1111. Your law firm for a lifetime.
At Atmos Energy, our smart choice solutions help customers save energy and emissions with rebates up to $500 off high-efficiency natural gas appliances, smart thermostats, and weatherization upgrades. Together, we're fueling our energy future.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a smart way to manage your money and time. Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Good morning. It's 9 a.m. here on Monday, March 10th. Today at Baton Rouge, you can expect sunny skies with a high of 70 in hour 3 of today's show. We'll have weekend winners at 9 a.m. We'll talk about Will Campbell's draft stock, and we'll close things out with Ask the Bench. If you missed hours 1 or 2 of the show, you can catch it in the on-demand section at 1045ESPN.com. You can also follow us on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN, and watch us on YouTube at the 1045 ESPN channel. Hour number 3 of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz Baton Rouge studios, starts now.
Let's go, baby, let's go! All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yeah, 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 yeah!
Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yeah, they said I gotta come off the bench.
Now, here's Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
All right, guys, I'm calling it. I think there's a DDoS attack going on Twitter right now.
A what attack?
What's it called? A directed denial of service or something?
Oh, yeah. I was just trying to get on it and I couldn't.
Yeah, but it's only Twitter. I thought it was maybe the Wi-Fi, but only Twitter's not working. And it's not working for all of us independently.
Okay, so yeah.
So if you're out there in the chat, let us know. Distributed denial of service, not directed. There you go.
If you're a white hat hacker, help us.
I just want to know. Yeah, is Twitter down? Are we on the forefront of the news cycle here? Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Is it starting?
This is how it begins. Twitter goes down. Yep. All right. It is hour number 3 of Off the Bench, which means on a Monday that we kick things off with some weekend winners.
That's how winning is done.
That's right. We can't have anyone freak out there, okay? We've got to keep our composure. We've got too far.
I'm by winning. I win here and I win there. Now what?
Are you doing what it takes to win a championship?
Wow, winning.
Well, then I guess there's only one thing left to do.
What's that? Win the whole thing.
A lot of chat saying it's down. Some Texas users saying it's not. So I have no idea. We'll continue to update.
Got a smart ass comment. Glad it was Twitter, not X.
Yeah. That was a funny moment on Rome where I was talking about how I thought that. So I kept calling it Twitter, and he's like, it's X.
It's the same thing.
He's like, that was a big Rome thing. He's like, Rome on X. I didn't know that. And so I'm talking about how I thought it was the dumbest rebrand in corporate history.
It's super dumb.
And then he's like, I love it. You know, there's a guys that like pay or blah, blah, whatever. And I was like, and that's what I tell all my friends. I love X. I just absolutely love X. What a great rebrand by Elon. I mean, really just making it way cooler than it was before. No. So I'll say X there. I'm not saying it here. I'm only saying X
it's
there
Twitter.
For the money. Yeah. It is Twitter, and it will always be Twitter to me. My first weekend winner. The House of Mouse. I'll be damned. They're always good for getting you once. And look, this was a trip that was a bit tougher in some ways because doing the Rome show 6 to 7 every day, we'd have to leave the park around 4:30, which is really when I'm generally hitting my sweet spot because that's when the casuals leave. You're about 8-9 hours in. You want to push it to 12, 13. Like, that's when I thrive. We kept having to leave. It sucks. So Saturday, up to, there were some rough moments there. But I'll be damned. Saturday, went to Cinderella's Table. Who knows how far in advance the in-laws planned this one. But it's in the castle. It's a meal in the castle. Very good. And at one point, as far as she hasn't posted it publicly to make fun of me yet, my wife's filming me, and I'm sitting there enjoying a glass of wine with tears leaking out of my eyes. Not sobbing, but certainly tears streaming down my face as, yes, the mouse won again. Does it continue to be a ridiculous waste of money? Absolutely.
Wait, you were crying at Disney because, happy tears?
Yeah, happy tears. Happens once a trip.
Yeah.
It really does. It happens once a trip, and you see why the mouse always wins. But, this time it was Cinderella's Table that got me. It was something stupid, too. I think, just Merda interacting with the kids, and they just seemed like they were so happy.
No, don't feel bad. When I was in New York, I was at St. Patrick's Cathedral, and something came over me.
You were overwhelmed?
The Spirit of God came. I don't know what it was.
There's beauty in art. There's taking the colors, Alondra.
Yeah.
Nowadays, you go into church, it's all straight lines and monochromatic.
But you go to that beautiful cathedral, and it's
it's like I was talking to my daughter about the other day. We're walking to the bathroom, just me and my oldest, and I'm like, do you know what architecture is? And I'm telling them, look at these buildings, right? The architect's like, hey, you build buildings. When I'm like, see, but you can make art in anything. Look at this.
Yeah.
And we're looking at the old castle styles, the old German stuff. I'm like, isn't that beautiful? Blah blah. So,
love that.
Shout out to the cathedral. We need to bring it back. We need to bring. I mean, it is true though. You look at just all the stupid little architecture of a place like Disney, and it's supposed to evoke fantasy worlds and whatnot. But yeah, when did brutalism and all of these straight lines and right angles take over?
It's small things, but
We're
it
having
matters.
a little flourish.
Yeah.
We're having a little pride in the work.
Whatever happened to they don't even have playgrounds in fast food stuff anymore.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that McDonald's thing that went
as a kid.
Yeah, I saw that McDonald's thing that went viral the other day. It's just a couple of screens.
Well, remember the chairs used to be like the McDonald's characters too. You had whatever the purple guy's name is. I don't remember.
Is it because it's cheaper?
Constant demoralization of our society.
Is it because it's cheaper not to do this stuff?
No, they convinced you that modern was the way to go. These modern straight lines, minimalistic. It's that's the trendy thing, and no. Give me all the stuff. Give me maximalist. Give me the old architecture.
Well, I was thinking about.
I said texture.
I'm reading a book on Rome and Persia right now, and they talk about in this one point where the Persian art takes this huge leap forward, and they think it's because you had a bunch of Roman craftsmen kind of come over, and I was thinking about how it used to be a real shine of pride of look at what the human hands have wrought.
Yes.
Of this civilization. What happened?
People lost pride.
So it makes, one of the things about New Orleans so great is when you're in New Orleans, it doesn't really look like anything else that we have now.
Still has a lot of character.
Yeah.
Still has a lot of that.
My first weekend where it's going to be something pretty simple. Having the opportunity for a week straight just to wake up and have breakfast with my family.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Don't ever get that. We all, obviously get here early before anybody's really up or having breakfast.
I know.
And even on the weekends, we typically have basketball, soccer, baseball, some type of a game, and that's the first thing that, kind of gets us going. But we all woke up early. We all went down to breakfast. We all sat there, had conversation for 45 minutes. And, don't get that often ever, really. So to have it for a week straight, weekend winner.
Top 5 foods at a breakfast buffet. Go.
Breakfast buffet?
Was this not a buffet?
Potatoes.
Oh, no, you sit down and you You get to order.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I had peach French toast.
Oh, yeah, you're a sweet breakfast boy.
Yeah, with some sausage links.
Hell yeah. To me, that right there is the number one breakfast buffet food.
Links
specifically. Kind of the hardest to screw up. They sit the best in the pan.
Yeah.
Right? Like eggs are really tough.
Eggs
You're going to
are
get
tough.
some eggs, but it's never going to be good eggs.
Yeah.
Patties, generally going to be a little overcooked. Bacon's really hit or miss.
Pancakes are going to be hard on the edges.
Yeah, pancakes aren't great. Now, okay, I'm going to go sausage links 1, waffle maker 2.
Waffle maker's great.
Because waffle maker, it's fresh, it's hot, comes out consistent.
Yeah, waffle maker's got to be up there.
Omelet guy, maybe number 3.
Guy. Potatoes.
Yeah, potatoes always play well in the pan.
And
grits?
I'm not a big
I feel like
grits
grits
person.
are very hit or
grits.
miss.
So
yeah, if
subjectively,
somebody
no.
knows what they're doing, yes. If they don't,
So what's number 5 then? If we're going links,
Fruit.
waffle maker, omelet, hash browns. No fruit. That can't be it.
It's not hash browns, potatoes.
Potato. Well, hash browns, potatoes, all the same family to me.
Yeah. But I'm talking about the breakfast potatoes.
Yeah, she's talking about,
see,
like,
I would
like
take the
diced
hash
ones,
browns over
right?
the breakfast potatoes.
I love a good cereal bar, but that's just me, you know.
Oh, yeah, the cereal bar.
Love
That's
a good
so
cereal.
true.
You turn it.
I mean, a bagel, because generally you're going to have a toaster.
A bagel's good,
And you can bring that thing to life no matter where you're at.
Yeah.
Same thing with
I don't hate
toast.
There's some cream cheese on it, yeah. Yeah, so maybe the bread fit there.
Yeah.
All right.
Weekend winner for me, former LSU Tiger Haley Van Lith. I feel like we can do this because it's like not really, we don't have anything to do with TCU. But Haley Van Lith, TCU won the Big 12 tournament, and she won Big 12 Player of the Year. She won the tournament champion. She won tournament MVP. She won Newcomer of the Year. Yeah, so she's just out there killing it at TCU. Sometimes you just need to go somewhere different.
Yeah,
to
it is
really, and so that's why I kind of.
Is she playing point guard?
No.
Okay.
2 guard, like at Louisville.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's back at her original position. So shout out to Haley Van Lith, 63 points on the weekend through 3 games. So
damn,
she was balling.
HVL.
Yeah.
Well. Tay-Tay?
Yeah, weekend winner for me. We know that the Los Angeles Rams re-signed Matthew Stafford. They have now signed Devontae Adams to a 2-year deal. They were looking on moving on from Cooper Kupp, and they've done so in a big way. Weekend winner, Los Angeles Rams. You got your QB back, and you got Devontae Adams back. You've added Devontae Adams.
I don't know what adding Devontae Adams does for me anymore. I mean, am I wrong here?
He's still been productive.
Has he?
Yeah.
The one Devontae Adams play I saw last year was when the Jets tried that, like, double reverse pass or something, and he just got lit up. It was very embarrassing.
I mean, he had...
Chat went real horny real quick, guys. Y'all need to pump the brakes. Relax.
That's my bad.
In between the Raiders and the Jets, he had 1,100 yards, 8 touchdowns last year with bad QB play.
Okay. Yeah, it's great, actually. So where's Cooper Kupp going to go?
He hasn't been traded yet.
We'll see. Any other weekend winners? Any other weekend winners here?
Mm-mm.
I wish. Oh man, I'm an idiot.
And Josh Allen's a weekend winner.
Yeah.
He just got a new 6-year, $330 million contract that includes $250 million guaranteed.
Damn.
God.
Only slightly more than Deshaun Watson's guaranteed deal.
Yeah, which was $230
million guaranteed.
Yep.
I'm trying to. Twitter's down, so I can't. Okay, so, here. Tay-Tay. Sorry, Jake. Go ahead.
I was going to say most guaranteed money now is Allen at $250, Deshaun Watson at $230, Dak Prescott at $229.4, and Joe Burrow at $219.
One of those don't belong.
Actually, 2 of those don't belong.
Wait, who'd you say? Josh Allen,
Dak,
Joe Burrow,
and Deshaun Watson.
Oh, yeah, I didn't hear Deshaun Watson. 2 don't belong.
Yeah.
Okay, Tay-Tay, give me this video right now before we leave this segment. I just put a Reddit link in Weekend Winners. But it's Billy Wagner receiving the call that he's Sorry if I was distracted with that whole Josh Allen talk, guys. I was trying to find this. Receiving the call that he's in the Hall of Fame. Wait, so how much is Josh going to be making per year then? 50 something?
Yeah, 50 some change.
Derek Carr is going to be making $50 million next year. That's upsetting. Okay, y'all got the video? Okay, guys. Now look close. Tell me if anything interesting. Is there cursing in here?
I just pulled it up.
I feel like there may be an F word. So okay, maybe let's go
later.
No audio.
Yeah,
no audio.
No. We can. I mean, okay.
No audio. Video. I feel like.
Wait, no audio?
Just shut up. Just give me the video.
All right, just video.
Can you zoom in at all?
Okay, T. I don't think you need to zoom in.
Bro, yeah, you don't need to zoom in. That's the point. You don't need to zoom in. You noticed immediately.
Yeah.
You too.
I didn't notice immediately.
I mean, my man's got some tight
That's
pants
crazy.
on.
Bro.
Jeez,
Is that a fupa?
No, that ain't no fupa, Alondra. That ain't no gut. I mean, sheesh, Billy.
I mean, those pants are tight.
Yeah, but still.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Bro.
Normally, if your pants are that tight, everything's, a little more.
Everything's kind of compressed.
Yeah, I mean, that is
way.
compressed. That's just a lot of meat.
That's a lot of meat.
Oh, who knew?
I mean, is that the balls that it takes to be that level closer?
Yeah.
I think so.
Look at that guy. Jeez, it's like staring at me. And it's
That's
everything.
Wild. It's a lot going on down there.
It's all of the genitalia just really mashed up there into one giant catcher's mitt. Sheesh, guy. How do you get those pants on? I agree, dude.
Jeez.
I think it was mostly sports, social media that I first saw that video on. So I don't want to take credit for the joke, but I do love that y'all saw the video and Jake within 2 seconds immediately knew what we were talking about there.
Yeah. Shout out Billy Wagner.
That weekend winner, Billy Wagner. That was the overall point is gets the Hall of Fame call and the internet figures out he's got a huge package. You know?
Yeah.
Shout
Good
out
for
to
you,
him.
Billy.
I mean,
Good to hear,
baseball
buddy.
pants are pretty tight. So it's like, how did you hide that for so long?
Maybe a cup, though, right? I don't know. Maybe
But
he didn't wear
aren't
a
the
cup. I don't
cups
know.
also
Do pitchers
kind of
wear
big?
cups?
I mean, I think you're supposed to wear a cup either way. A pitcher's going to get hit.
I think cups can make you look big, but you have it's like a push-up bra or something. You have no idea what's actually being stuffed in there.
Okay, that's fair.
Now Billy's
Astros
pants,
legend.
on the other hand, sheesh.
Brave there at the end. Weekend loser. Netflix raising its price again? To $17.99.
$17.99?
Yeah.
Jeez. Again, I'll just continue to repeat it. Weekend loser, the average American.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We are getting
railed.
Thank you. I have many things I was flying through my head. Then I was like, can I say this? I can't probably get. Yeah, we are getting bent over.
Yeah. No Vaseline.
By inflation right now. And nobody's getting raises.
No.
And everything's getting more expensive. We are all, as a people, getting pay cuts. Absolutely miserable. $17.99.
And they're going to keep doing it because there's nothing you can do. You have to keep buying the stuff.
Keep paying for it.
So,
My kids would, they're going to need the Netflix.
Yeah. Well, I guess Netflix you don't have to buy, but like in terms of everything else.
I think if I would, at this point, I would absolutely cut off Netflix if I didn't have kids.
Yeah.
I don't watch enough stuff on it.
I don't either, but I just started, Taylor put me on a show, Running Point.
Did you like it?
I started watching it last night. I really
good.
like it.
It's really funny.
Yeah, maybe it's just more of a function of I'm not watching much at all right now.
No, same, me
But
either.
I would
have had
cut
to have
it
it
off.
for like Peaky Blinders.
If I
had to
have
have it.
Yeah.
I was definitely
movies that's
watching
coming out,
Peaky Blinders.
Rohit says not all of us, the rich are getting richer. Exactly. But I said us here, boots in the ground, the common people, we are getting just down right now. Unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
Go South, can't blame Netflix raising price on inflation. That's pure greed. Well, again, but like that's the thing. I love capitalism. Corporations can be good in creating a better user product for up to a certain point, but that does tip eventually, right? And if a corporation's sole goal for existing, it's not like malicious, it's not nefarious, but the sole goal for existing is to increase dividends, is to increase the stock price. So, yes, when you hit a glass ceiling, what are you going to do? Easy little price raise because you know people play it. All of a sudden, bigger dividends because you have more revenue. It's just the nature of the corporation. It's why hopefully you would have some checks and balances there, but not going to lie, I feel like the oligarchy's kind of juicing up right now. I wouldn't expect any corporation regulation coming up anytime soon, though. You know, I'm sure many people would argue that you don't want that anyway. So whatever, dude. I hope that trickle down works. Because like, if I wish some of these billionaires would start pissing on me. Because right now I'm dry. I'm dry as hell and I'm thirsty. And if it takes drinking Elon's urine to get a little bit, well, whatever. I guess that's just the world in which we live.
Well, then you just got to restructure the whole tax code. It's not the idea of trickle down economics that doesn't work. It's the tax code that doesn't.
Whatever it is, it ain't working.
No, it's not.
Okay, so I talk about sports in a stupid German hat every day. I'm not the one that has to come up with the answers. Thank you. That's true. Thank you. Daniel, Netflix better release Stranger Things season 5 this year. I'm unsubscribed.
Okay, they're all going to be like 25 years old. Plain children.
Right. It's true. Since
she's like married. 11 is married and stuff. And playing a kid.
How are they going to make her at all look like the same person? Yeah, she's gone full Instagram face.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
What were you saying, Jake? Sorry.
Full Instagram. What's full Instagram face?
You know what Instagram face is.
You know what Instagram is. It's like, it's Instagram face.
Yeah.
Like the lips and the contouring. And they just look exactly the same. Every person just looks exactly the same.
Yeah.
How old is she?
I don't know.
She's
Older. 21 maybe?
21, 22.
I don't know.
She's like married.
Yeah, to Bon Jovi's son?
Yeah. Right. She's 21.
This is from something we talked about 2 weeks ago, and I just want to bring it back up because maybe I just bring it up every week until it happens. Andrew Jones from from when he was 19 until he was 30 years old compared to Mike Trout when he was 19 to 30 years old. Hits, Andrew Jones, 1,683. Mike Trout, 1,543. Home runs, Andrew Jones, 368. Mike Trout, 350. RBIs, Andrew Jones, 1,117. Mike Trout, 896. Gold Gloves during that time for Andrew Jones, 8.
So he still didn't make the Hall?
He still hasn't. No.
That's crazy.
The Billy Wagner made me think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, pathetic.
Yeah.
All right.
Sorry,
no, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say Mike Trout is a really good example of, like, sometimes you can be too loyal.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Like,
speaking of Myles Garrett.
Oh, yeah.
And we can get into Myles Garrett if you want to talk Myles Garrett.
Just all he did the past 2 months was say he wanted to go to a contender just to re-sign with the Cleveland Browns.
Oh, I missed the re-signing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Happy yesterday.
He said he was going to sit out.
Apparently not.
Okay. More OTB.
Off the bench.
The Windsor Senior Living Community in Mandeville, Louisiana is a beautiful, vibrant apartment community geared towards seniors. They are nestled right in the heart of Mandeville, where seniors live a more carefree lifestyle in spacious apartments with the peace of mind that comes from having a little extra help. Call the Windsor at 985-624-8040 to schedule a lunch and tour. Come see how the Windsor can be your passport to peace of mind.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Jerry and Benny Payne began Central Plumbing Company out of their driveway in Tanglewood subdivision. 50 years later and 4 generations down the road, we continue to serve Baton Rouge and the surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Residential, commercial, industrial, or hospitality, Central Plumbing is here 24/7, 365.
We want to thank our customers, family, and friends for 50 years of success.
And looking forward to 50 more.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet Cadillac, our family serving your family.
For over 50 years.
Crime has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, know that you have rights, and it's okay to demand them. The law offices of O.C. Brown are here to protect you and your rights. Felony or misdemeanor, DUI or drug charge. No matter what crime you're accused of, you still have rights. Let the law offices of O.C. Brown uphold them. Call 225-343-1111. Your law firm for a lifetime.
When it comes to choosing energy for your family and your home, make the smart choice with natural gas. You can count on efficient and affordable natural gas to keep you comfortable and reduce your environmental impact to help protect our planet. Together, we're fueling our energy future. Atmos Energy.
Looking for the ultimate game day experience? Come to the Queen Casino in Baton Rouge. Savor game day platters and snacks, plus drink specials at 1717 Kitchen and Cocktail. So come out for game day and let our team make you the MVP. The Queen Casino, where every moment is a win.
Me urge to run away, but hold her down with soggy clothes and breeze blocks. Shivers in your fever, scream me again. Never kisses, or do you ever send a full stop? Do you know where the waffles go? They go along to take your honey.
Welcome in to the best morning sports-ish show around. Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Is there an OTB tailgate for the baseball game this weekend? I don't believe so. Could
I think
be
I got
fun.
back like way too late for me to like.
I think this weekend, St. Patty's
Yeah.
parade, and Sunday, I've got my youth football camp in Shreveport.
I gotta do.
And y'all left town for a whole week. We couldn't like.
Yeah, we'll play one for an SC
Yeah.
weekend. No, I got to do, bro. I gotta do like a spring cleaning. Having that classic Disney thing where you just come back with a bunch of crap and you realize you already have a ton of crap at home, and so now I'm just covered in crap and I got to get rid of crap. I don't know what. Maybe like a garage sale, but like don't sell anything. Garage giveaway.
Oh, like just
Oh,
give
okay.
stuff away. Okay.
I guess
Donations.
right? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Even though a garage sale could be fun if you sold everything for like $1 or something.
Yeah.
I used to love.
And that's a good memory.
My mom used to have garage sales like growing up. I used to love garage sales.
I'll never forget an old lady one time we were having one at my house, and a woman asked my mom how much this purse was. Mom told her maybe it was like $2. I'm like, I don't know. And then she got the change that was in the purse already to pay for it. Heady play by that old woman. I mean, you're not going to sit there and be like, well, no, that money, no, sorry, you got played. It's a free purse. It's a free purse. Does T also have lederhosen and match the hat? I do not, unfortunately. Even though I feel like a good lederhosen is something that I've always wanted. I'm not German, so maybe that's a bit of a problem. But if you catch me this weekend, catch me outside. How about that? If you catch me at St. Patty's Day, I will absolutely be wearing this hat. It's a German hat. I don't want to hear it. Don't tell me it's a German hat and it's Irish holiday. I don't care. It's green. And when you see this hat, you're like, oh, that guy wants to drink beer. And that's what I'm going to do this weekend. So, yes, I'll probably have a kilt on and this hat at some point this weekend. Can't wait. Can't wait. It's going to be great.
Germans celebrate St. Patrick's Day, so it's fine.
Do they?
Yeah, they have a huge parade in Munich.
I wonder, does anybody not celebrate St. Patrick's Day? Kind of out of like Western European countries?
Probably the Middle East.
Well, exactly. The Western and European would maybe preclude them from being thrown into that. T-Bob, where will you be posted up for St. Patrick's Day? I don't know yet. That's a good. That's a good question.
You can come with me.
Where are you going?
Lucky Palooza.
Is it kid friendly?
Ooh, I don't know.
What's Lucky Palooza? Sounds like an old school type situation.
I can tell you more about it.
Oh, hey now.
In the break.
Dude. I like this. If you know, you know. Yeah, I can't wait. As I'm talking about just adding crap to the house, can't wait to end up with a bunch of cheap stuffed animals and toy swords and flutes and whatnot over this weekend. And Tate, what are you going to do for St. Patty's Day?
When is it?
What?
Is it Sunday or Saturday? Like the actual day?
No, what are you going to do 17th. For the parade?
Wait.
Yeah, St. Patty's Day is always.
What am I going to what am I going to do for the parade?
Yeah, because I mean, actual St. Patty's Day is next Monday.
Yeah, no, probably nothing.
Okay, just nothing.
You really didn't know that it's the 17th?
No, I had no idea.
You had no idea St. Patty's Day was the 17th, and you're not going to do anything for St. Patty's.
I'm not a big parade guy. You berated me in the chat on Monday for talking about that.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That I'm not a big parade guy.
You shutting down parades on Lundi Gras. What a take.
I'll probably be at home.
What a garbage take. I see why you and Jordan almost fought now.
That was a different day.
Jordan's not a parade guy either.
As a matter of fact, out of everybody in the room, the only one who said they liked Mardi Gras was Cassie. So,
Mardi Gras is awesome, but it just all comes down to, same thing with any parade, it just comes down to your bathroom situation. What's your ease of use to a toilet, and what's your ease of use to drinks? And if you are getting high marks on both, you're going to have a good time. If you're not, you're going to end up hitting a knee behind a truck, trying to pee under the wheel so nobody sees you, and it's just not a good time. It's not a good time.
So that's one thing. Another thing to me is like getting in and out, like parking, getting there, getting out of there, figuring out how to get to the parking, where to park. And then also, I just hate people in my personal space. I don't like people touching me. I don't like strangers like bumping up on me. I just can't do it.
So you don't need it. So you don't know thyself. You don't need to go to a public parade spot.
Exactly.
You need to have a spot to set up at.
I need a spot.
Yeah, you need somebody who's got a balcony, or a house.
A balcony would be amazing.
Yeah.
Or
something
if I was
along
on
those
a float.
lines.
If I was on the float, absolutely.
Yeah.
But I can't be in a crowd like that.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, again, know thyself. I agree. I mean, I've become bougie as well. Ideally, I want to be set up in a good spot for any parade.
It's a little bit of that, but also like I'm very paranoid. Like I'm just like a paranoid person.
Yeah.
So I'm like, there's so many people, something's gonna pop off.
Are you going to go to the parades with all your clan, Jakey?
A Mardi Gras, or sorry, St. Patty's Day?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I think St. Patrick's Day parade here in Baton Rouge is maybe the
It's kind of what we do, which is why it's no surprise that Taylor's not there. Sad day.
No.
If he's this bad already, just
not
imagine
a
like once
Victoria's
he adds,
not a parade
once
gal?
he adds
No,
to the family.
I don't get it. I don't get it. Like
he's gonna keep that from his children.
So all the things Alondra pointed out, you have to deal with all of that. And what's my payoff? I mean, what am I doing this for?
Getting drunk in great weather.
No, it's fine. That's all great. But like
dancing.
I'm kind of just standing there, like
dancing,
you know,
talking to other humans.
Yeah, I mean, I can do that anywhere.
You know, just having a generally great time. Anyway,
I think St. Patty's Day parade's awesome.
I think so
it's
too.
fine.
Is X back up?
Yeah, I just got on it.
There we go. Back up. Go DJ. Shout out Go DJ, my guy. Gave us that Says, I'm DJing all day at Ivar's. You and Jake come throw some Coors Light swag off the stage. Oh,
well.
No.
Not anymore.
No, thank you.
The desk is a little bit more bare today.
Yeah. 7 years.
Rest in peace.
7 years, and some people just act like it's
nothing.
Good. Where's our Warsteiner Dunkel sponsor?
Oh, yeah, hey, this happened.
Bring it in. Yeah, beer sponsors. If you want to sponsor the show, let us know.
Yeah.
Free agents.
We love all beers.
Yeah, exactly. Until you pay me, then I love your
beer.
Only your beer.
God, we were loyal, too.
All right. Alas, in this economy, what does loyalty get you?
Nothing. Mike Trout.
Damn, J.C. Horn, 4-year, $100 million extension. $70 million guarantee. We didn't get into Myles Garrett. I want to talk about him. Maybe we can do so a bit. Next. Coming up next here on Off the Bench.
Off the Bench.
Hey, guys. I want to remind you about our friends over there at Boudreaux's Electrical. Okay? You need a generator to protect your home storm season around the corner. Why not get that peace of mind, more power, more protection from your friends at Boudreaux's? And look, we understand that this is a big investment, but we have great financing options available. But even better than that, right now you can get it for as low as $159 a month. Like, that's real. Is that worth it? It sounds like it is. But beyond that, where Boudreaux separates himself is that every single customer is a VIP. This is a family-owned business where the customer always comes first, in the form of 24/7 monitoring to make sure that your system is good to go when you need it. And they deal with the best of premier generator dealers in Louisiana. Go to BoudreauxElectrical.com.
Yeah, when you go to the website, you'll see exactly what T-Bob's talking about. Also, when you go to your favorite search engine, you will see the reviews for Boudreaux's. Always going to be 5 stars. BoudreauxElectrical.com.
Baton Rouge is home for real rock. It's Eagle 98.1. Foo Fighters. Led Zeppelin. AC/DC. Pearl Jam. And the flagship home for LSU sports. Take us anywhere with the Eagle 98.1 app. Eagle 98.1 is the rock station.
Parish Construction and Roofing. This is Coach Kim Mulkey. Go to parishbuilt.com for all of your roofing needs. From your hometown, parishbuilt.com.
You work hard every day to pursue a life you love. You put in the time, and it shows. You're forging ahead, chasing a dream, creating something better for the ones you love. You're building your own life. So why not build your own tractor? With John Deere tractors and attachments for almost any need, the Sunshine team can help you do just that. Check out our current promotions and learn more about what it means to be powered by Sunshine at sunequip.com.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
BRAC teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work, creating 12 beautiful community parks across the parish. A family-sized water park, miles and miles of trails, and parks just for your dogs. There are more places to splash, to explore, to run wild, and even soar. You imagined, we delivered. Gold. BRAC, your #1 park system in the nation.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Auctioneer Andrews.
Welcome back to more sports talk with some other stuff mixed in. Off the bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Jean-Paul Baudry says, after I got hit with a taser by a little old lady, it killed parades for me. True story. What were you doing to this woman to get tased?
Are you kidding
I know
me?
that sounds like it might have been justified.
Oh, I don't know. Plus, old ladies can be like unreasonably feisty.
I don't know. I feel like it takes a lot for an old lady.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I guess if you run into like an old Karen type.
Yeah, like if y'all are both walking y'all's vehicles and it happens to be in a secluded place, she's like, he's following me, and you didn't actually do anything. You just, like.
Better safe than sorry.
I think.
What if he was following her?
Yeah, true. How do we know? I mean, we can't just take John Paul's word here.
I was going to say, I don't think he would admit if he did that. We need to hear the story.
I've always had a certain affinity with old women. I don't know why. I've told it before, but when I started radio in New Orleans, 8 to midnight, those were the only people that would come up to me in public and ask me about my show. When I used to go to Pelicans games and stuff. Or I guess that's when I was actually doing 6 to 9 in the morning still. But yeah, my wife used to always be like, why do only old women listen? Like geriatric women. And you know why? Because they've got the best senses of humor.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to be all precious with them, but they're the bawdiest and raunchiest of us all.
Old men love me.
There you go.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. They love me. They do.
Yeah,
you should have seen me at that celebrity bowling thing that I did. Oh my God, they were like, I was like charming that room up. It was crazy.
Bama Gump, yes we do. Hey now, okay, relax, guys. Okay, relax. Daniel says, man smacks that boa from midair and from the old lady, and she took it by force. Yeah, as we do, well, I guess we already missed parade season, but like never compete with other adults over throws, dude. What are we doing here?
Yeah, like we were talking about this.
That's
I think it was Tuesday. Me and Alondra were talking about this. Like, what are you gonna do with that throw after that parade?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, it's worth nothing. You're gonna hang
It's
it from
easy
your
to
mirror
get caught
in your
up in
car.
the moment. It's easy to get caught up in the moment. I had direct karmic experience. I had a direct karmic experience with the benefits of not being one of those weirdos, where I was at the Endymion Ball and a Frisbee was flying through the air. There's a woman standing on a chair behind me, and I straight up Odell Beckham this house. I went up there one-handed, snag, got the Frisbee.
Oh.
And then like a minute later, I'm like, what am I doing? And so I went up to her. I was like, I'm really sorry. I don't know what came over me. I don't know. Here's the Frisbee. It got a little over-competitive, whatever. And she's like, oh, that's sweet. Whatever. Come meet one of my friends. Who's her friend? Who's she there with? Todd McClure. My favorite football player of all time. And so I end up getting to drink and party all night with Todd McClure.
That's awesome.
See? So immediate karmic lesson that the universe sent me there. Don't compete with other adults over throws. What are we doing, guys? What are we doing? Yeah, what are you going to do with them afterwards?
Also, if I run out of throws, don't cuss me out.
If you're on the float?
Yeah.
I think you just got to take it. I
don't think it's that serious.
You got to pace yourself.
That's the power of being on the float.
Yeah. Like if you're on the float and you don't last the entire time, you deserve to be shamed a little bit. And I've been there. Every time I've ever ridden.
Yeah.
I've been there. So shame away. But yeah,
the best part is when you see somebody you know, you get excited.
Yeah.
You're like,
I ain't got it for
boo! You suck. Might want to chill on the OBJ references since the Diddy allegations. Ooh.
Yeah.
Not a good cycle for OBJ and
Drewski. No, I don't believe this one.
It
This
feels
one
like a
cannot
lot of
be
people.
real.
It feels like a lot of people are kind of waiting on Drewski's downfall a little bit here, or they're reveling in it a bit because he's been so funny. Exactly.
Yeah, he's been on a rise.
He's
for
been
so long.
consistently successful that people are almost loving.
What's the latest? I don't.
They're just
So
named
this
as
is
defendants.
crazy.
It's hard to talk about on air.
I feel like this you can say.
Yeah, go ahead.
Like, there's an allegation, and by the way, I think this is fake. This cannot be real, just based off this.
I don't know if I have an opinion on the veracity, but there is a woman suing.
Yes.
And OBJ and Drewski were added as defendants. And what did she claim that Drewski did?
She claimed that Drewski put lube,
Body oil,
baby oil all over himself, and was using her as a slip and slide. And she said it knocked the wind out of her due to his enormous size.
And we ain't talking Billy Wagner size.
But like,
no,
so like actual body size.
Was she willingly acting as the slip and slide? Like,
pump the brakes because the first sentence. Also, the first sentence says before he.
Yeah. Before he. Yeah.
So
yes,
pump the brakes.
Not
that's what
voluntary.
I'm just asking. Like, I don't know any of the story.
Just stick to the funny element, which is Drewski just lathered in body oil.
Enormous size is what gets
jiggling
me.
all around.
Yeah.
Jumping on a
knocking the wind out of somebody.
Yeah.
Does stuff like this.
The baby oil allegation, though. I mean, we do know there was a lot of baby oil.
Yeah, but I don't know. That just. I find that very hard to believe.
And then what's the OBJ stuff?
I didn't see the OBJ
they didn't, that one. They just said that he's been said.
He was named as a defendant as well, or whatever.
But it is not. I've not seen the same thing that. Drewski. So who knows where all that will end up going?
For
Also,
what
he
it's
has
worth.
skits with Diddy.
Wait, Drewski did?
Yes, that are very interesting, very, very odd to look back on.
I don't know a ton about him. I know a lot of people do. I don't know a ton about him.
He's great. He's very funny. I mean, I shouldn't say great. I don't know. I've always found his content.
Great guy.
I've always found his content to be very, very funny. Guys, I want to remind you.
Using someone as a slip and slide is objectively funny.
Again, if you removed all the bad details and it was a consensual thing, yes, slip and sliding over another human being, like it's some sort of neuro massage, pretty funny. Not funny is the serious business of bringing your home to the next level with K to Z Interiors and Outdoor Living. You want to get window coverings. Again, for the interior house or outside to bring your home to the next level, be it shutters, drapes, shades, whatever. You want to take advantage of nearly 3 decades worth of experience in the game, a company built off of pounding the pavement. Sweckety, Brandon Barton, he knows this game inside and out, and he's going to come at your home, give you that free estimate, let you know within 15 minutes all your different options. And we can work with any price point. And again, Jake got that drop-down exterior shade in his house. He's grilling and chilling now in the summer. Are you kidding me? And listen to this review from Goldie Domang. She says 5 stars on Google. From our first contact with K to Z's window treatment consultant Randy, to the installation of our shades by Corey and his assistant. Everyone at K to Z was professional, promised time frames were accurate, installation was done very well, and any concerns were addressed without haggling. That's what you get from your friends at K to Z. So check them out today. KTOZBlinds.com. K to Z Interiors and Outdoor Living. More to be next.
Off the bench.
Go to All-Star Toyota Baton Rouge. All-Star Toyota Baton Rouge, there for you if you need a new vehicle. And right now, that service center, collision center, like I was talking about, it's open to all makes. Well, it's always open to all makes models. Doesn't have to be All-Star, doesn't have to be Toyota. But if you go in and you mention off the bench, you mention T-Bob, Jake, anything like that, you get $250 towards that deductible. Okay, so go take advantage of free professional estimates, rapid turnaround times, factory parts right there on site, excellent lines of communication where they keep you abreast of the situation no matter what's going on. No major decisions made without you. AllStarToyotaBatonRouge.com.
Yeah, when you go to the website, remember buying new, leasing, or renting, everything is available and something for everybody, and every need is going to be met. Full-size SUV, mid-size SUV, truck, van, hybrid sedan, whatever it is, they've got you covered. One of the cool things, though, leasing and renting, when everything's available, it's just not going to be the case anywhere else. So if you need it just for a quick trip, whatever the case might be, go to the website today, allstartoyota.batonrouge.com.
Crime has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, know that you have rights, and it's okay to demand them. The law offices of O.C. Brown are here to protect you and your rights. Felony or misdemeanor, DUI or drug charge. No matter what crime you're accused of, you still have rights. Let the law offices of O.C. Brown uphold them. Call 225-343-1111. Your law firm for a lifetime.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
At Atmos Energy, our smart choice solutions help customers save energy and emissions with rebates up to $500 off high-efficiency natural gas appliances, smart thermostats, and weatherization upgrades. Together, we're fueling our energy future.
When you can't rely on technology, you can rely on Mountain Cold Refreshment. Dave's back on. Coors Light. Choose chill.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Jerry and Benny Payne began Central Plumbing Company out of their driveway in Tanglewood subdivision. 50 years later and 4 generations down the road, we continue to serve Baton Rouge and the surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Residential, commercial, industrial, or hospitality, Central Plumbing is here 24/7, 365.
We want to thank our customers, family, and friends.
Welcome in to the best morning sports-ish show around. Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
What's happening, y'all? Nookie says, ask the bench, what are the hours at Goodwood Erection Services? It's actually Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. YourGoodwood.com. As far as hours go, general business hours, but you can call them up, 225-4GD-WOOD, 225-4GD-WOOD, or right there online, you can schedule that consultation. Take the first step, okay, because we are maximizing who we can be here in 2025. If you're suffering from ED, hair loss, just feeling old, maybe HRTs for you, maybe not. Like, if you want to be your best self, Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness is going to get you there. We're reaching our full potential. We're not letting embarrassment keep us from said potential any longer. Even penile growth, anything, they got you. Go to YourGoodwood.com. For what it's worth, wait, what happened to this? Where did it go? I had, for what it's worth, since we mentioned the story, we should, I think, mention the response from Drewski. Says, quote, this allegation is a fabricated lie. I wasn't a public figure in 2018. I was broke, living with my mom without any connections to the entertainment industry at the time of this allegation. So the inclusion of my name is truly outlandish. My heart breaks for actual victims of abuse, but I'm fully confident the evidence will expose this falsehood in the individuals who are maliciously trying to game the legal system to peddle false narratives. So whatever. Gross. We'll see. Again, I mean, well, whatever. Just greasy in general. Ask the bench. No longer brought to you.
We had a run.
You know what, though?
Maybe it's done.
Vizzy Hard Seltzer sucks.
I never even tried it.
I've never had it.
It looked like it did, though.
Was Jake ever a Saints fan? If not, what was his childhood team?
Yeah, definitely Saints growing up. Definitely Saints.
Ask the bench, when UL comes to the box, should we boo them loudly to avenge Cageonomics?
Okay.
Is Cageonomics
Louisville's
done
coming
yet?
To the box?
Somebody reported
Louisville
in
is
ULL.
I think.
No, I know they did, but I thought that was just maybe a one weekend thing.
I don't know. But no, I'm saying they found out that it was like a ULL guy who reported
No,
it.
I know that. I went after him on Twitter.
No, because the baseball gods are very finicky, and I don't want to do that.
Ask the bench, thoughts on Jalen Milroe's hand size growing over half an inch in Senior Bowl and Combine.
You can do stretches because it's not like the length, like from the
T-Ball,
bottom
take
of your
note.
palm to the top of your finger.
I don't need to.
You know, it's
Yeah.
You can stretch it because it's from your pinky to the end of your thumb. So there is stretches. Like you can see, like mine kind of doesn't stick out. There's ways to do.
I found a quote from Ben Kurt, former NFL quarterback, who is a very good content creator for a lot of video game stuff, actually. But he tweeted over a month ago that this was going to happen.
Yeah.
He said there's ways to cheat the combine hand size testing. Watch, he is going to measure larger at the combine than he did at the Senior Bowl, and sure enough. Thoughts on the new D tackle? Well, if you want to go back in the replay, you can always find it here on youtube.com/1045 ESPN or our OTB Saints channel where we talk about Divine Gotcha. Also, OTB LSU going to have our thoughts on Kyle Williams as well. So, we love you guys. Thank you so much. So happy to be back. Missed you all very dearly, and we will see you tomorrow for a brand new Off the Bench.
Off the bench.
You gotta believe in a dream. Believe. You gotta believe in a dream. Believe. You gotta believe. My whole team on wild.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Jerry and Benny Payne began Central Plumbing Company out of their driveway in Tanglewood subdivision. 50 years later and 4 generations down the road, we continue to serve Baton Rouge and the surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Residential, commercial, industrial, or hospitality, Central Plumbing is here 24/7, 365.
We want to thank our customers, family, and friends for 50 years of success.
And looking forward to 50 more.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet Cadillac, our family serving your family.
For over 50 years.
Crime has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, know that you have rights, and it's okay to demand them. The law offices of O.C. Brown are here to protect you and your rights. Felony or misdemeanor, DUI or drug charge. No matter what crime you're accused of, you still have rights. Let the law offices of O.C. Brown uphold them. Call 225-343-1111. Your law firm for a lifetime.
At Atmos Energy, our smart choice solutions help customers save